8-0 and looking to stay perfect on sophomore night. The LA Valley College Monarchs take the field in their final home regular season game against the Citrus Owls. LA Valley 8-0 this season, 3-0 in the conference. They'll play Citrus tonight, head on the road to play Santa Barbara next week if they can run the table, 10-0, and a sure bowl game coming up later on in November. Hi everyone, Aaron Rosenberg alongside Ryan Osborn, and glad to be with you once again tonight on SportsNetUSA.net. 32 sophomores being honored right now on the field. Coach Robert Tucker giving a hug and a handshake to each and every one of them as Sports Information Director Dale Beck reads their names. And Ryan, special night for all these sophomores, not only to celebrate the 2 years they've had here, but 2 years with tremendous success in this football program.
Yeah, and you look at Robert Tucker's team, you got to start with last year. Last year, winning record and a bowl game, first time since the early 90s. What happens this year? They get off to a great start, and they keep the momentum rolling. Like you said earlier, they're looking to go 9-0. It would become their best start ever in the football program.
Their opponent tonight, the Citrus Owls, coming in right now at 4-4 overall. They're just 1-2 in conference. Lost a heartbreaker last week, 46-44 against Santa Barbara, who the Monarchs will see next week. What we learned last week about Citrus was they have a pretty good offense. They threw 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Sophomore quarterback Brian Mayette has started all 18 games that he has been on that roster thus far. What we also know is that they have a defense that struggles, and the LA Valley offense, specifically Christian Jorgensen, quarterback, is going to look to feast on that.
When you talk about that defense from Citrus, you look at the defensive line. It's headed up by Jared Brito, 47 tackles, 2 sacks, 4.5 tackles for loss. Had 14 tackles and a forced fumble against L.A. Pierce. That was a game in which they held L.A. Pierce to a total of just 3 points.
Yeah, so Citrus struggles against the pass. Christian Jorgensen going to look to put up big numbers tonight, and LA Valley going to have the option to run the ball as well. Trevor Laurent, big day for him last week. He's been the featured back in 2 games, gone over 100 yards in each of those. We're going to take a quick timeout for the national anthem, come back, preview the rest of tonight's action. This is LA Valley College football on SportsNetUSA.net. Back at Los Angeles Valley College, glad you could join us on SportsNetUSA.net tonight. LA Valley 8-0 hosting Citrus, coming in at 4-4. Monarchs 3-0 in the conference right now. Citrus just 1-2, lost a close one last week, a shootout 46-44 against Citrus. LA Valley continue to roll. Blowout win on the road against Antelope Valley coming home tonight. Sophomore night, final home game of the regular season. LA Valley, different uniforms tonight. They got the green jerseys to go with the black pants, Vegas gold helmets. Citrus in all whites with orange and blue helmets and numbering. So just about ready to go here. Give you tonight's officials before we start. The referee, David Batista. Umpire is Charles Glover. Our head linesman, Ron Maiden. Line judge, Tony Shaw. Field judge is Jace Carlson. Side judge, Michael Sparling. And to wrap it up, the back judge, Joel Kursdorfer. So Citrus won the toss. They have elected to defer. So LA Valley then chose to receive to start the first half. Citrus will kick it off from left to right on your screen. Hoping to bring you a bowl game, but just in case this is our final broadcast of the season, I want to thank everybody for their continued viewership and support throughout the season. Glad we're able to do this every home game for LA Valley football. Citrus set to kick this one away from the 35. It's going to be a short kick, high end over end, fielded by Justin Harris, right hash mark at the 15, cuts to the right, 25-30. Harris on the move, numbers at the 40, slips out of a tackle 45, stays on his feet to about the 48-49 yard line before he's finally wrapped up. A 35-yard return from Justin Harris, who has made most of his noise in the secondary this season. He was supposed to actually be a wide receiver. Only has 1 catch this year, but has an interception, has had some pretty good lockdown coverage, now getting his name into the special teams unit as well. So he'll set up LA Valley with beautiful field position at the 50-yard line. And leading the offense onto the field will be Christian Jorgensen, a redshirt freshman coming back from Washington State, native of Bellingham, Washington, a little bit north of Seattle. He's having a great season. A lot of speculation that he may get a pretty good Division I offer before the end of the year and may not be coming back for a sophomore season here. He'll work out of the gun on first down. Trevor Laurent in the backfield to the left side. Akil Crumpton on the right side as well. He spins around to the right side. It's a backward pass. Crumpton can't handle it. It's on the ground, and Citrus picks it up. A turnover on the first play of the game. And there to scoop it up for Citrus was Ryan Savenis, freshman linebacker out of Covina. So a botch play from the start. They threw the backward pass to Crumpton. And remember, that's a live ball. No such thing as an incomplete pass there. That's just a fumble. So not the start LA Valley was looking for. They had great field position at the 50, but let's squander it, turn it over on the first play. So Citrus will get their first crack at it just underway in the first quarter. No score. Citrus starting at the 39 of LA Valley following the fumble. Sophomore quarterback Brian Mayette out of the gun. Devin Floyd in the backfield. Floyd gets the carry, runs to the left side, follows the block from the tackle and the guard. And going along the left hash mark, gets up to about the 34. So we'll call it a gain of 5 for Floyd, who had a monster week against Santa Barbara last Saturday. Nearly 300 yards of offense from him, over 200 rushing, pair of touchdowns. Then had over 60 yards through the air as well. Second down and 5. Citrus at the 34 of LA Valley. The Monarchs have played stout defense all season. They've been put in a tough position here as they will try to make a stand, keep Citrus off the board. Shotgun snap on 2nd and 5. Mayette takes the handoff, then runs it straight up the gut. He'll get to about the 31 before the defensive line closes in. Not quite enough for the first down. It'll be about a yard short. Say it's a gain of 4. Setting up 3rd and 1 for Citrus. So Mayette, in his career with Citrus, has started now 19 games for the squad. All 10 last year and all 9 this season for the club. Very good numbers last year. Has been even better this year. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions last week. Trying to continue that success tonight against LA Valley. 3rd and about a yard and a half. Citrus at the 30 of LA Valley. No score, just underway in the first quarter. Floyd gets the handoff. He runs it straight along the middle. And he's going to be close to the first down. He looked like he was wrapped up around the 30. Defensive line getting in there for LA Valley. Wait for the signal from the officials as to whether he got quite enough. Nope, he's going to be about half a yard short. So 4th and less than a yard for Citrus. It looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. I think this is the right call. It's too far to go for a field goal. In junior college, 47-yard field goals are just about unheard of. They only need about half a yard. So lining up under center, it's not Mayette this time. And it's Zachary Labar, the backup quarterback, and he's going to be stuffed short. The defensive line stood tall for LA Valley as they get the stop. They're going to get high fives all around from head coach Robert Tucker. So the defense was put in a difficult spot after the Hakeem Crumpton fumble from LA Valley. Gave it to Citrus on the Monarchs side of the field. But the Monarchs defense forces a 4 and out. Big defensive stand, and LA Valley will take it back over at their own 32. No score. 2 minutes gone by. Jorgensen out of the gun. He's got Lawrence standing behind him. Movement on the line of scrimmage. And we'll see who jumped first. It looked like Jared Brito, right defensive lineman for Citrus, was the first one to jump. Question is, was he drawn? And it appears he was. Well, I saw Brito jump, but Clay Cordasco called for a false start on the offensive line for LA Valley. He's a little banged up against Alan Hancock 2 weeks ago, so glad to see that he is back at full strength. False start backs him up 5 yards. 1st and 15, LA Valley. From their 27, Laurent to the right side of Jorgensen. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. It's a quick throw to Lorick in the flat right side, caught at the 30. Lorick turns along the numbers, gets to about the 32. Maybe a couple yards past, I think. Forward progress going to put it at about the 35. So we'll call it a gain of 8. On the first down completion from Jorgensen to Jeremiah Lorick, who is enjoying a very nice season. So Lorick didn't make a whole lot of noise early in the year, but has come on strong as of late. Another solid performance for him a week ago. 9 catches, 65 yards. 2nd and 7, LA Valley from their 35. Jorgensen again out of the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls left, tosses it towards the left sideline, and it's a high spiral out of the reach of Carl Regan. Regan left the ground, went and tried to make a leaping catch. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Good coverage on the play by DeMontez Carlton, freshman out of Nashville. But as it turns out, that play never happened. Clay Cordasco called for his 2nd penalty on the offensive line for LA Valley. This time called for a hold. It's a 10-yard penalty. Now it'll be a decision for Citrus. Do they want to take the penalty or do they decline it? And they do choose to decline it, so rather than make it 2nd and 17. They'll take a 3rd and 7. LA Valley 3rd and 7 from their 35. No score. 3 minutes in. Jorgensen in the shotgun. Laurent over his right shoulder. Receivers on each side of the field. It's a short screen pass. It is caught by Laurent in between the hashes at the 28. Laurent running horizontally left side. Only gets to about the 30. He's going to lose 5 on the play. There's great defensive coverage. Nobody fooled by that delayed screen pass. Coming over to make the tackle for Citrus was Daryl Aggers, freshman defensive back out of Pomona. And the LA Valley punting unit going to hit the field. So Daniel Mendoza has been the regular punter for LA Valley this season, though it's Simon Whitehead back there now. As Whitehead did most of the punting last week. Backup quarterback out of Australia, and he will send this one away to the 35 where it is caught, and a quick tackle made by David Swen. No chance for a return on the Citrus side of the field, as the return man DeMontes Carlton quickly nailed. 37-yard punt, no return, and Citrus will go to work for a second time. Not nearly as good field position this time. They'll start at their 33. 11:48 on the clock, first quarter. No score, Citrus, 1st and 10 at their 33. It'll be Mayette in the gun, Floyd to his left side, 2 receivers each side of the field. Monarchs with 5 men on the defensive line, 2 linebackers, and 4 men in the secondary. Floyd gets the call, finds an opening up the middle, 40, 50, in between the hashes, 40 on the LA Valley side, 30, a missed tackle, 20, angling to the right side, numbers 10, and finally brought down around the ankles at the 5-yard line. There was Michael Sewell Jr., who finally caught up to him. 62-yard run for Devin Floyd on his second of the night. So we knew that he was going to be a hassle to deal with for the LA Valley defense. I asked Robert Tucker before the game, how are you going to deal with a guy that gained nearly 300 yards of total offense last week? He said, well, we got to just swarm him, get 2 or 3 guys to tackle him with such powerful legs. And saw on that play, it did. It took a whole defense to tackle him. Sewell finally caught up to him at the 3 as they move it up a little bit. 1st and goal, Citrus at the 3, trying to break a scoreless tie. Floyd in the backfield again, gets the call, runs right side, and this time the wall for LA Valley closes in on him in a hurry. Justin Harris in on the tackle from the secondary for the Monarchs. No gain, and 2nd and goal coming up from the 3 for Citrus. Citrus is going to have to win out if they have any kind of shot at a bowl game. Right now, probably not too realistic as they stand 1-2 in the conference, but if they do win out, maybe they get 2nd place. Need a little bit of help as well. Would like Santa Barbara to lose this evening to Pierce, although Santa Barbara will be a heavy favorite. 2nd and goal from the 3 for Citrus. Floyd over the left shoulder of Mayette. It's an option. Pitch to the left side. Mayette has it at the 5. Diagonal line towards the pylon, and into the end zone he goes. LA Valley could not catch up. Is giving the chase on that one was Elijah Stanton, the linebacker out of Philadelphia. Couldn't quite catch up. Touchdown for Devin Floyd from 3 yards out, and it's 6-0 Citrus with an extra point coming up. 75 yards and a touchdown for Devin Floyd in the first quarter. And Citrus will attempt the extra point. The hold is clean. The kick is up, and it is good. So add one more to the board is Henry Taran. Kicks that one through. Wide receiver also at kicker this evening for Citrus. 7-0 Citrus in LA Valley. You have to go back to work offensively. This is a defense that has been so strong throughout the season for the Monarchs. They don't give up many points at all. In fact, only giving up 13 points a game this season. A lot of those have actually been offensive turnovers, special teams touchdowns. So the actual defense for the Monarchs probably closer to about 10 points a game that they give up, but they bent on that one. Devin Floyd, a 67-yard run, set him up for 1st and goal. And then Floyd would eventually score the go-ahead touchdown. 7-0 Citrus, 10:33 to go, first quarter. Watching LA Valley football on sportsnetusa.net. Glad you could join us tonight. So the Monarchs have 2 men deep. It's Crumpton on the near side and Willie Washington on the far side. Trevor Lauren about 5 yards ahead of them at the 25. Set to kick this one away for Citrus is Tobin Jorgensen. Kicks this one high in the air. It's end over end. Crumpton catches it, backpedaling at the 10. Loses initially, then picks up his own fumble. 20, right side, in between the hashes, 30. Crumpton on his feet, eludes a tackle from behind at the 35. And then finally brought down on his second effort at the 37. Crumpton with a 27-yard return. He's been dynamite all season long in the return game. 5 special teams touchdowns for the Monarchs this year. Keel Crumpton ran a punt back for a score last week, and he'll set up the Monarchs with good field position here. 1st and 10, LA Valley at their 37. So Monarchs a perfect 8-0 on the season, 3-0 in conference right now, trying to keep it that way on sophomore night. 32 sophomores honored before the game. But LA Valley trailing 7-0 now. They will start at their own 37. It's Jorgensen working out of the shotgun. He's got Darian Albrecht in the game this possession standing behind him. They nearly collide on the snap, but Jorgensen stays on his feet, fires a tight spiral to the right side where it is caught by Jeremiah Lorick, and he is immediately down at the 48-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup. Jorgensen to Jeremiah Lorick, his second reception of the night. 1st and 10, LA Valley from their 48, just to the right side of the Monarchs logo at midfield. Snap will come from the right hash. Jorgensen clapping his hands, waiting for that shotgun snap, running the no-huddle offense. He's got Albright behind him again. Turns and fires right side, caught by Lorick, and Lorick in front of the Citrus bench. Presses it against his chest at the 47. Got maybe a yard or two after the catch as well. They're going to mark him at the 46. Nope, the 45. They're going to move it up. A generous spot will make it a 7-yard completion. As Jorgensen locking in on Lorick early. They've hooked up 3 times already in the first quarter. 7-0 Citrus. LA Valley on the move, 2nd down and about 3 from the 45-yard line of Citrus. Jorgensen out of the gun. This time throws it left side. And I think it was batted at the line of scrimmage. He was looking. Somebody, wasn't Lorick this time. He was looking for Marquise Treat, freshman wide receiver out of Palmdale. But deflected at the line of scrimmage. Falls incomplete. Or it'll be 3rd and 3. LA Valley at the Citrus 45. Jorgensen threw 3 interceptions last week, but other than that, he's been pretty solid this season. In fact, Robert Tucker said he doesn't expect him to be here next year for his sophomore season. Thinks that he'll get a good Division I offer. Probably will be one and done here. Redshirted at Washington State last year. 3rd and 4, LA Valley from the Citrus 45. Under pressure, Jorgensen throws it hard to the right sideline, looking for Lorick, overshot him. But a flag comes out at the end of the play. See if maybe there's going to be a pass interference call. So wait for our referee, David Batista, to give us the sign. Tyrone Hatchett called for holding in coverage. And that'll be a 1st down for LA Valley. Only a 5-yard penalty, but they will get what they need for the 1st down. Officials will spot it at the 36. LA Valley trailing 7-0, 9:27 to go, first quarter. And LA Valley with a 1st down at the Citrus 36. Jorgensen working out of the shotgun. He's got Albright on his left side. Jorgensen, time to throw, floats it deep. And over the head of Lorick. Lorick was wide open in the end zone, as he had a step against Tyrone Hatchett in coverage. Jorgensen just a little too much air underneath that ball. A deep ball is the best part of his game, but that time just a little bit off the mark, and it's going to cost LA Valley a touchdown. So if the Monarchs are going to get on the board, they'll have to overcome that misfire from Jorgensen. 2nd and 10, LA Valley at the Citrus 36. Jorgensen staying out of the shotgun where he has been almost exclusively this entire season. Albrecht in the backfield. They fake the handoff, then throw it hard right side, caught by Lorick. Lorick at the 31 before a couple of defenders land on top of him, including Tyrone Hatchett, whose name we've called a number of times already tonight in the secondary for Citrus. Spotted at the 30, it's a gain of 6. And 4 catches already for Lorick this evening. 4 catches, 32 yards from Jorgensen. 3rd and 4, LA Valley from the Citrus 30. LA Valley down a touchdown, trying to tie it. 2 men in the backfield. Fake the handoff to Albrecht. Actually, they gave it away to him. Fooled even me up here. So Albrecht took the handoff, ran left side, got to about the 25, and that will be enough for the 1st down. Needed to get to the 26. So 5 yards for Darian Albrecht on his first run of the night. Albrecht went over 100 yards once earlier this season, although lately Trevor Lawrence has been the featured back. A 1st and 10, LA Valley from the Citrus 25. LA Valley trailing a touchdown, 7-0. Albrecht gets the call, runs up the middle, jukes out of a tackle 20, cuts to the right side 10, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Darian Albrecht, 25 yards for the score, and LA Valley an extra point away from tying this game. 5th touchdown of the season for Darian Albrecht. He had a quiet week last week, only 25 yards on 9 carries, as Trevor Lawrence saw most of the action. But Albrecht gets it done on this play. 7-6, Rodolfo Olivares. And to kick the extra point for LA Valley. If it's good, it'll tie the game. And the extra point is good. Not sure if you can tell on your screen, the upright on the right side is a little bit crooked. So it makes it a little bit easier for the kickers to sneak that one through. As it goes up, the top of the upright angles outward a little bit. So if you kick it high enough, you get an extra few inches. Out there, Olivares didn't need it anyways. He kicked it through the center. 8:18 to play in the opening quarter. We are tied at 7. And Darian Albrecht, a 25-yard touchdown, ties this game for LA Valley. Rodolfo Olivares will kick it from right to left for the Monarchs. They have tied the game at 7 with 8:18 to play in the first quarter. Darian Albrecht, a 25-yard touchdown run. To even things up, Olivares from the 35 sends it high. It's deep, it's end over end, but it will be fielded at the edge of the goal line for Citrus. It is Daniel Williams zigzagging back and forth inside the 10-yard line. He's knocked down around the 11. Flags come out at the end of the play. As the back judge threw the flag, it lands about the 18-yard line, so not sure what he saw. As there's an injured Citrus player limping his way off the field. Demetrius Nixon not putting any pressure on that left leg. And hopefully he's all right. Let's find out what the flag is about. As David Batista, our referee, will soon announce it. An illegal block in the back against Citrus during the return. Then will back them up half the distance to the goal. They'll start at the 6-yard line. Brian Mayette, sophomore quarterback, in the shotgun. Devin Floyd, who had the touchdown for Citrus last drive, standing to his left. Receivers each side of the field. Flags come out as the shotgun snap is launched, and the play is dead. Encroachment against LA Valley. Guilty party is Charlie Coca, sophomore out of Birmingham High School, nearby in the San Fernando Valley. High school teammate of Eric Flowers, linebacker for LA Valley, who happens to be the leading tackler. 1st and 5, Citrus at their 11. We are tied at 7. Mayette in the shotgun fakes the handoff, now takes off of that left side. Mayette past the 20 and running along the numbers, goes leg first into the ground. And he will get to about the 25, 14-yard scramble for Brian Mayette, not known for his running ability. He's had a very solid passing career for Citrus in his 2 seasons there, but Mayette, 14 yards on that one. First down for Citrus. And they're tied at 7, just under 8 minutes to go. First quarter, final regular season game at home for LA Valley, who stands at a perfect 8-0, 3-0 in conference. Mayette in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from his 23. Under pressure, dumps it off in the flat right side. It is caught by Henry Tarrin. And Tarrin is immediately dropped on that play. Looked like coming over to make the tackle for LA Valley. Out of the secondary was Anthony Aguado, freshman linebacker, who has gotten a lot of love from his position coach, C.J. Claiborne. And he speaks very highly of him, said he was going to be a big factor this season, and he has been. Been in the top 5 in tackles all season long. 2nd down and 13 from the 20 for Citrus following the loss of 3. On the pass, Mayette with Floyd to his right. He'll take a shotgun snap, look over the middle, launches and finds a wide open receiver at the 30. That is Henry Tarrin again. As Tarrin this time gains 10 yards on the reception. So they get back the loss from the previous play. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 from the 30. Taran with 2 receptions tonight. Mayette waiting in the shotgun, 3rd and 3 for Citrus from their 30-yard line. Looks over the middle, completes to Jacob Bistry. As Bistry with a catch at the 36-yard line. He was tackled quickly on the play by Justin Harris. That's enough for a first down. 6 more yards on the completion from Mayette to Bistry, his first reception of the night. And Citrus moving the ball well downfield. Now, Robert Tucker said the focus was going to have to be on Devin Floyd, and because of that, and he said they weren't going to bring the linebackers up and cheat at all, but they were going to have a close eye on him and that he was going to be the biggest factor in this game. And Citrus has used Floyd. On the previous drive, they used him to run downfield. This time he's been more of a decoy as they've thrown the ball. Play action, over the middle, caught at the 50-yard line. Another first down for Citrus. And as they complete this one across midfield, and they are into LA Valley territory at the 43-yard line. Citrus at the 44, 1st and 10, first catch of the season, by the way, for Carson Bassett, freshman wide receiver out of Vancouver, Washington. Shotgun snap. This time they give it to Floyd. Floyd with an opening on the left side. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 at the 35, and finally brought down from behind at the 20. Willie Washington finally able to wrap him up with some help from Michael Sewell Jr. That's exactly what Robert Tucker feared. He said 1 guy isn't enough to bring him down. You have to bring 2, maybe sometimes 3 guys into the area, as he has such powerful legs. And another 20 yards on that run. So Floyd approaching 100 yards. We're not even through the end of the first quarter. And so for LA Valley, they've only allowed 96 rushing yards per game this season. They've allowed more than that already tonight. Mayette, play action, rolling right side, looking for Bistry downfield. As it goes out of his reach, it was a low throw to the ground. Bistry went to his knees, tried to catch it at the 5-yard line, but not having any of it was Willie Washington in coverage. Washington out of Miami. There, helped by Justin Harris, wearing, you may be able to see the number 28 on your screen. 4:49, first quarter, tied at 7. Citrus on the move, though. They're close to the red zone. 2nd and 10 at the LA Valley 23. Mayette in the shotgun. Loses his towel off his waist. Won't bother him, though. Still waiting for the snap. He'll fake the handoff to Floyd, then dump it off left side to Manuel Lua. Had a pretty nice game last week. Led the team in receptions. He'll catch it close to the 15, and they're going to mark him at the 16. So we'll call it a gain of 7. Mayette to Manuel Lua. And time for the LA Valley defense to make a 3rd down stand. 3rd down and 5 from the 16-yard line. Citrus into LA Valley territory, tied at 7. Floyd to the left side of Mayette. A shotgun snap, flags come out, could be a free play. Floats it to the back of the end zone and incomplete. David Swen in lockdown coverage near the back corner of the end zone. Intended target was Mackenzie Sternquist. As it turns out, it was a free play. Offsides against Daryl McIntyre out of Palmdale High School for LA Valley. And since it was 3rd and 5, that's enough for a first down. A first down for Citrus as they will go to the 11. Well, the LA Valley defense has not looked vulnerable much at all this season. Allow less than 14 points a game, less than 100 rushing yards, but they've allowed more than that already tonight on the ground. 1st and 10. Citrus at the 11 of LA Valley. Mayette in a T formation takes a shotgun snap, hands it off. It's a run to the left side. And it wasn't Floyd. This time, Lawan Carney gets his first call of the night. Sophomore standing at just 5'6". Tough to keep track of him sometimes on the field out of West Covina High School. But Carney does a good job this season giving rest to Floyd when necessary. The run to the left side went for only a couple. Hard to see where the official spotted that football. They're going to put it at the 9. So we'll call it a gain of 2 for Carney on his first run of the night. 2nd and 8 for Citrus. Another T formation. Carney to the right side. Floyd to the left of Mayette working out of the gun. Now Floyd moves in motion from left to right. Shotgun snap. And incomplete. Short toss to the flat left side. So intended for Kearney. It was a low throw. Mayette off the mark on that one, and Kearney, if he had been able to make a nice catch around the ankles, might have had a shot at walking into the end zone. But instead falls harmlessly incomplete. LA Valley can have a chance to get off the field. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Citrus. They are at the 9-yard line of LA Valley. We're tied at 7. Citrus 4-4 this year, 1-2 in conference. LA Valley a perfect 8-0, and they are 3-0 in American Pacific Conference play. Important 3rd down for Citrus. 3rd and 8 from the LA Valley 9-yard line. Floyd to the left side of Mayette, awaiting a shotgun snap. Monarchs loading up the defensive line. And the goal line type defense shot over the middle, intended for Bistry, and out of his reach. Sails past the goal line, out of bounds. Michael Sewell Jr. in coverage for LA Valley. Falls it complete. It'll be 4th and 8 from the 9, and presumably the field goal unit will come out for Citrus. So Citrus in their kicking game this year is just 5 for 12. Their longest kick this year is 37 yards. As Carlos Benitez, who was 4 for 9 this season, will attempt a 27-yarder. But before he kicks it, we get flags on the field. Movement at the line of scrimmage on LA Valley, so a 27-yard kick will turn into 22. Job a little bit easier for Benitez. Benitez made a 37-yarder last week against Santa Barbara, and on the season 4 for 9. He will attempt this one from 23 yards out. The holder will be Henry Tarrin, wide receiver. Hold is clean, the kick is up, and it is off the left upright. Doink it goes. And cheers below us on the LA Valley fan side beneath the press box. As the kick is no good, Benitez continues to struggle in the field goal game this season, now just 4 for 10 this year. It's a break for the Monarchs. Benitez misses the 23-yarder as LA Valley does not pay the price for the false start penalty prior to the first field goal attempt. And the offense will take over. Still tied at 7. LA Valley will begin at their 20-yard line, trying to break the 7-all tie. 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. Jorgensen running the no-huddle offense, clapping his hands. He's got Darian Albrecht, who had a 25-yard touchdown at the run on the ground behind him in the backfield. Albrecht gets the call, runs right side on 1st down along the right hash, past the 25, taken down from behind at the 27. 7-yard pickup for Albrecht, and it will be 2nd and 3 for LA Valley from the 27. It's been running back by committee for LA Valley this season, whether it's Damon Riggins, Trevor Lawrence, or Darian Albrecht. Whoever is the hot hand gets the carries. Tonight it's been Albrecht, 37 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. Tonight 2nd down and 3 from the 27-yard line. LA Valley keeps it on the ground. Again, this play, and Albrecht crosses the 30-yard line for the 1st down. He will get to the 33. 6 more yards for him. And the chain gang will get a workout and be on the move. 1st down, LA Valley at the 33. We're tied at 7. Devin Floyd, touchdown run for Citrus, put them up 7-0. Darian Albrecht answered, and we're tied at 7 now. 7 apiece, 2:22 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10, LA Valley from their 33. Jorgensen in the shotgun. Albrecht to his left. It's a short pass to Crumpton over the middle, caught at the 40. Crumpton looking for some space to run with, but Citrus closes in on him quickly. It's a tackle made by number 45 on your screen for Citrus. That's Daryl Aggers, freshman defensive back out of Pomona High School, about 50 miles east of here, past the San Gabriel Valley. First catch of the night for Crumpton. It'll be a 1st down, LA Valley from the 43. Jorgensen waiting for the shotgun snap, looking over the middle, floats it into the arms of Crumpton, caught at the 40, and Crumpton burns by the secondary. He'll go untouched into the end zone, 56 yards from Christian Jorgensen to Akil Crumpton, and LA Valley takes a 13-7 lead. 15th touchdown throw of the season for Christian Jorgensen. And for Akil Crumpton, that is receiving touchdown number 6. Has a number of special teams touchdowns as well. 56 yards on that one. Jorgensen to Akil Crumpton. And this is the offense we're used to seeing from LA Valley. Rodolfo Oliveras in to kick the extra point with his right foot. It is up, and it is good. Kick is perfect. Add one more to the board. 1:39 to go in the first quarter, and LA Valley has made it 14-7 on SportsNetUSA.net. (14-7) LA Valley. Christian Jorgensen, his 15th touchdown pass of the season. This one 56 yards to Akil Crumpton. And LA Valley with a 14-7 lead, minute and a half to play. In the opening quarter, Rodolfo Oliveras kicking from the 35. It's high, it's end over end. And charging in to catch it is Daniel Williams in the return game for Citrus. He'll cut in between the hashes, 15 up to the 17, maybe the 18 for LA Valley. Quickly wraps him up. Actually, I think forward progress going to put it closer to the 20. Tackle made for LA Valley by Romeo Gunt in the special teams unit. Another player out of Philadelphia. Monarchs have quite a few of them. Citrus beginning at their 20, effectively a touchback. After the return from Williams takes it out to the 20. 1:33 to go, first quarter, 14-7 LA Valley. They take the lead on a 56-yard touchdown from Jorgensen through the air to Akil Crumpton. And Citrus looking to go 80 yards, tie this game. 1st and 10 from their 20. It's Mayette out of the gun. He'll keep it on the ground to Floyd on first down. Floyd with a run to the right side follows the guard to the 24. 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 6 for Citrus upcoming. Floyd 99 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. It was a 3-yard touchdown for him, but his biggest run of the night was a 67-yarder, which set up the touchdown 2 plays later. So Devin Floyd had nearly 300 yards of offense last week against Santa Barbara, though it came in a losing effort. As Citrus fell 46-44. Citrus now 1-2 in conference play. LA Valley a perfect 3-0. And 8-0 overall on the season. Mayette out of the gun, 2nd and 6 from the 24. Time to throw, looking left side, completes it into double coverage. Catch made at about the 28 by Manuel Lua. Lua, his 2nd reception of the evening. They will mark him at the 29. That's a 5-yard pickup, 2 catches, 12 yards for Lua. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 for Citrus. And LA Valley trying to force a 3-and-out, get it back for their offense, which is now scored on their last 2 possessions. Citrus, an important 3rd and 2 from their 28. Ideally would love to come in with points on this drive, but at least want to give their defense a rest. We Floyd to the right side of Mayette working out of the gun. Floyd gets the call, finds a burst of speed on the left side, 35-40 ahead of midfield. He's past the secondary, and Floyd is all the way gone into the end zone, 71 yards on the run. And Devin Floyd continues to be problematic for this LA Valley defense. He now has 170 yards tonight and 2 touchdowns. Citrus an extra point away from tying this thing. It's 14-13. Now, Robert Tucker wasn't kidding when he said it was going to take a whole team to bring him down. They said they weren't going to cheat the linebackers to protect against the run. I wonder if he might start to rethink that strategy now after he sees the devastation that Floyd has put up against his offense. Benitez kicks the extra point through. That'll tie it at 14 with 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. So we should get a kickoff, and then that'll mark the end of the first quarter. We are tied at 14. What's turning out to be a better game than probably a lot of people expected on paper. LA Valley coming in at 8-0 this season, 3-0 in conference. And Citrus, it's just 4-4 this season, 1-2 in American Pacific play, but it's been evenly matched thus far. Devin Floyd getting all the fireworks, 170 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. He may have an even better night than he had last week against Santa Barbara if this continues. So LA Valley going to have to make some kind of adjustments and try to lock in on him. So we are nearly at the end of the first quarter, 2 seconds remaining. So we should have the kickoff from Citrus to LA Valley, and then that should take us to the end of the first. It'll be Torben Jorgensen, freshman out of Denmark, to kick this one away for Citrus. As Benitez kicks the extra points, but it's Jorgensen who handles the kickoff duty. This one is high, and backpedaling is Washington at the 8-yard line, running along the right hash, 20-yard line, and gets past the 30 down to about the 31. So we'll call it a 23-yard return for Willie Washington out of Miami. And LA Valley will begin the second quarter at their 31-yard line. We are tied at 14, end of one. Here it's a presentation of LA Valley College football on SportsNetUSA.net. Oh, while we have a break in the action, I want to congratulate the LA Valley men's water polo team for winning the Western State Conference tournament up in Cuesta earlier today. Men's water polo defeated Citrus, ironically, in the championship game up there, led by four-time Western State Conference Coach of the Year, Jim McMillan. Congratulations to the LA Valley College men's water polo team on their Western State Conference championship earlier today up in Cuesta. Now the LA Valley offense has looked very good. The problem is the defense has not been playing to its usual form. Devin Floyd has run circles around the LA Valley defense, a 71-yard touchdown run on the last play. They had a 67-yarder earlier in the first quarter, which eventually set up a short touchdown run for him. 170 yards, 2 touchdowns for Floyd. They're going to have to figure out a way to stop him. Start of the second quarter, LA Valley will begin at their 30. Trying to break a 14-all tie. Jorgensen working out of the gun. Will take the snap, throw left side, double coverage. That one knocked incomplete. Intended target was Carl Regan, and there for a volleyball spike in coverage, Jeremiah Vasquez, freshman out of Spanaway, Washington, up north. Incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the LA Valley 30. Just underway, second quarter. Jorgensen staying in the gun. Trevor Laurent about 4 yards behind him in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Jorgensen rolling left on the play action. Finds his tight end Chris Phillips. Catch made at the 35. And Phillips running in between the numbers and the sideline. Gets all the way to the 50. 20-yard gain on the first completion tonight to Chris Phillips. Tight end who had a pair of touchdowns last week. One on the ground, one through the air. So Jorgensen having a solid first half. 122 yards. And a touchdown throw, 56 yards to Akil Crumpton. Get the scoring going for LA Valley. 1st and 10, LA Valley at the 50, trying to break a 14-all tie. Jorgensen takes a shotgun snap, looking over the middle, nothing there. Hallday to throw, then unloads to Treat Marquise on the right side, and out of his reach, unable to handle it. Good coverage all the way on the play. Jeremiah Vasquez stayed with him every step of the way. You have to give a lot of credit to the defense on a play like that. When a quarterback has 7-8 seconds to throw, almost always at least one receiver is going to get open. It's a lot to ask of a defense, particularly a secondary, to stay with receivers that long. But credit the Citrus defense, particularly Vasquez on that one, as they stood tall. 2nd and 10, LA Valley at the 50-yard line, tied at 14. Jorgensen takes a shotgun snap under pressure, has to unload it over the middle. Caught Matthew Mattingly along the left hash mark. Mattingly with some room to run after the reception as well, as he takes it to the 31, 19 yards on the first catch by Matthew Mattingly tonight. He's been used in the deep game a lot. In fact, Mattingly's first reception this season was a 41-yard touchdown reception against Victor Valley in early October. Mattingly picks up the first down for LA Valley. 1st and 10 at the Citrus 29. Tied at 14, minute gone by in the second quarter. Naked shotgun for Jorgensen, 5-receiver set. Jorgensen being chased by 2 defenders, unloads to Lorick over the middle. Catch made at the 23 along the right hash. Lorick straight ahead to the 16. The Jeremiah Lorick 13 more yards on his 5th catch of the night. As Christian Jorgensen continues to put up big numbers, he now has 154 passing yards, and we've barely made a dent into the second quarter. Jorgensen's biggest play of the night was that 56-yard touchdown throw to Akil Crumpton. But he's led a solid drive downfield here. Minute and a half into the second quarter, tied at 14. LA Valley in the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 15. Lawrence in the backfield. Shotgun snap to Jorgensen and the give to Lawrence, who runs left side and doesn't have a whole lot of anything to work with there. Left side of the line broke down quickly, and Citrus defense didn't take long to swarm in. A couple guys in the area to make the stop, including Jared Brito, sophomore defensive end out of Covina High School, or Northview High School in Covina. Excuse me, 2nd and 10 following the no gain. LA Valley at the 15 of Citrus. We're tied at 14. Early in the second quarter, Jorgensen, shotgun snap, play action, looks left side, completes it to the 13. And more yardage after the catch to the 5. First catch of the evening for Carson Leiden, who has been used basically as a defenseman this year. In fact, he's known as Mr. Tackles for Losses. Bounce back from Virginia Tech, and surprisingly, they bring him in the receiving game here. As he picks up 10 yards, sets up 1st and goal for LA Valley on the 10-yard completion. 1st and goal, LA Valley at the 5-yard line, trying to break a 14-all tie. And is Leiden, fullback to the right side of Jorgensen. Lawrence standing behind him in the backfield. Lawrence gets the call, follows a block from the center, gets inside the 5. He'll fight his way to about the 3. I don't think he gets anywhere past that. The whole pile of bodies coming off the ground. And I think the guy who's going to be credited with the tackle was number 46, Stephen Greenwich Blue, freshman linebacker from Chicago. Probably happy about the Cubs just winning the World Series. 2nd and goal, LA Valley at the 3. Laurent standing 3 yards behind Jorgensen, who works out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Play action, looking to the back corner of the end zone and complete to the tight end, Chris Phillips. Now, Chris Phillips, who had 2 touchdowns last week, adds 1 more to his resume tonight. He'll get a handshake from his offensive lineman. And with 11:43 on the clock in the second quarter, LA Valley has retaken the lead, 20-14. Chris Phillips, his 2nd catch of the night, this one in the end zone. From 3 yards out, Christian Jorgensen's 2nd touchdown throw of the night. 167 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jorgensen, who, a lot of speculation, he may not return next season. He's having such a fine redshirt freshman season. Oliveris' extra point is good in the meantime, making it 21-14. But Christian Jorgensen is drawing a lot of interest from schools redshirted in the Pac-12 last year. I talked to his head coach, Robert Tucker, before the game, said that he's going to get a ton of offers. Well, if he wants to make it back into a Pac-12 tier school, one thing he's going to have to work on is getting a little bit more zip on the ball. He has a very good deep ball. Has a tendency sometimes to float it. They said they have to make his short passes a little bit more crisp. That one was a beauty. That's exactly what Robert Tucker said he needs to see out of him in order to advance onto that next level. It was a perfect throw to Chris Phillips, who snuck past the linebackers in the secondary against the goal line. Chris Phillips, a 3-yard touchdown reception. 11:43 to go in the first half. 21-14, LA Valley on top of Citrus. Oliveris to kick it away from the 35. Directional kick to the right side. It'll be fielded inside the 5. Williams has it along the left numbers, cuts all the way to the right side of the field to the 15 on the right sideline, and gets a little bit more after that to about the 18. So he ran about 50 yards total, only gained 7 on the return, and Citrus still going to have to start inside their 20. I think Williams probably would have been wiser just to stay on the left side, try to get past the 20, maybe could have gotten to the 25, but what's done is done. Citrus will begin at their 19. As LA Valley just retook the lead, 21-14. 3-yard touchdown throw, Christian Jorgensen to his tight end, Chris Phillips. And Citrus will try to go the length of the field, tie this game again, trailing by a touchdown. 11:35 to go first half. Citrus 1st and 10 from their 19. It'll be Mayette, who started all 19 games at quarterback for Citrus in his 2 seasons. He'll have Devin Floyd, who's been a one-man wrecking crew in the backfield. 170 yards, 2 touchdowns for Floyd. Thus far in the first half, Floyd, no surprise, gets the call on first down, runs straight up the middle past the 20, and he'll be hit by a couple of defenders at the 25. 6 yards for Floyd on first down, brings his nightly total to 176. And it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Citrus offense. Robert Tucker said they're going to have to attack him 2-3 guys at a time. When he touches the football, he has giant legs, so tough to bring down. One man isn't enough. Coach Tucker said they're not going to sneak the linebackers up. They're going to continue to leave them further back, but I wonder if Floyd continues to put up big numbers throughout the evening, if maybe he'll have to rethink that strategy for the second half. 2nd and 4, Citrus. From their 25, Mayette. Bootleg to the right side, then tries to throw it away, looking for Emmanuel Lua, was the closest intended target, but I think Mayette was just trying to float that one out of bounds. Heavy pressure coming in on that play from Taylor Manuel, freshman linebacker from Valencia, bringing the heat, forcing Mayette to get rid of that ball a little earlier than he intended to. That play never quite had enough time to develop, as Lua was probably the most likely target on that play, but it was not nearly open enough. 3rd down and 4, Citrus from their 25. Mayette in the shotgun. Floyd to his right. 2 receivers each side of the field. 6 men on the line of scrimmage for the LA Valley defense. Here comes the heat. Mayette hit from behind as he threw, and that ball goes nowhere. Just falls into no man's land. The throw was undoubtedly altered. Hit coming from Jeffrey Herrera. Was listed as a kicker punter for LA Valley, but now the defensive line coming up with a big hit on Mayette, forcing a 3 and out. LA Valley's going to get it back, chance to open up the lead if the offense can take care of business. 21-14 LA Valley, 10:47 to play in the first half. And facing a 4th and 4, it's punting time for Citrus. Benitez waiting back at his 10-yard line to boot this one away. Akil Crumpton standing at the LA Valley 39, set to receive it. So Robert Tucker will call a timeout for LA Valley. First one charged against the Monarchs in the first half. So they'll talk about how they want to set up the special teams unit here. Akil Crumpton, by the way, had a punt return for a touchdown last week. So he is so dangerous in that special teams unit. Looking at some of his numbers on the season. Akil Crumpton on punt returns averaging 31 yards this year. He has 3 punt returns, 4 touchdowns. Also has a kickoff return as well. So 4 return touchdowns for him this year. So dangerous to account for. You wonder if maybe Citrus will take this opportunity to say, hey, just do a directional kick, get it out of bounds. We don't want it anywhere near Crumpton. Make the offense do the work. So glad you could join us on SportsNetUSA.net tonight. LA Valley a perfect 8-0 this season. Sophomore night on the final home game for the Monarchs in the regular season. If they can continue to win, they will undoubtedly host a bowl game in a couple weeks here later in November. Had the fortune of calling a bowl game last year against San Bernardino, one that Monarchs won handily. So Benitez set to punt this one away back at his 10-yard line. Crumpton standing at his 40 for LA Valley. Crumpton with 3 punt return touchdowns this year, 31-yard return average. So Benitez gets this one away cleanly. It's short, and it'll bounce at the 47 of LA Valley. Crumpton will just get out of the way as it takes a tumble to the right side near the Citrus bench. It'll be downed at the 37. Down by Abel Morales in the special teams unit. A late flag came out as well. And whoever that's against, it's a silly penalty as there was no chance for a return on that one. Crumpton had long been out of the way. Just waiting for word from David Batista, our referee, to tell us how this will be enforced. Well, personal foul called against, I think he said 28. That would be Justin Harris. And that'll cost LA Valley 15 yards. The job will be harder for the offense now as they move it back to the 20-yard line. First and 10, LA Valley from their 20. Jorgensen out of the gun with a 21-14 lead. He hands it off to Darian Albrecht. Albrecht with a run to the right side, gets past the 25, breaking out of the initial tackle, and then fights his way for a little bit extra to the 29. 9-yard pickup, Darian Albrecht on first down. He has now gone over 50 in the first half. It'll be second down and a short one for LA Valley. LA Valley using the no-huddle offense. They have scored 3 touchdowns so far tonight. Christian Jorgensen, 2 touchdown throws. 1 apiece to Chris Phillips and This one is a handoff to Albrecht. Albrecht running left side, gets around the tackle 40, and then chased out of bounds at the sidelines 44. 15-yard gain for Darian Albrecht. Having another big night for him. The Jorgen has hit Chris Phillips and Akil Crumpton for touchdowns thus far tonight. Phillips was a short one, a 3-yarder. Crumpton's was the bomb, 56 yards on that throw. Jorgensen staying in the gun, 1st and 10. LA Valley at their 44 with a 7-point lead, 9:30 to play first half. Jorgensen rolls right, looking for Lorick, who went into the air, tried to secure that football, could not. As it sails past him into the Monarchs bench. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 coming up for LA Valley. And we figured that since Citrus had a lot of vulnerability against the pass, that LA Valley would come out trying to heave it all over the place. And for the most part, they've done that tonight. 167 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jorgensen. Stay in the gun, 2nd and 10 from his 44. Albrecht in the backfield, 2 receivers on the right side of the field, tight ends on the left. They give it to Albrecht, who takes advantage of the tight ends on that side of the field. And with the help of some blocking, gets to the 50. 6-yard gain for Albrecht, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for LA Valley. Albrecht, not to be outdone by the passing game. He's put up 73 rushing yards on the ground tonight, including a 25-yard touchdown run. 3rd and 4, LA Valley from the 50, right on top of the Monarchs logo. Jorgensen under the blitz. Astor Elisa throws over the middle. It's complete to Matthew Mattingly. He went to his knees to make that reception. As Mattingly catches it at the 46, it's a 4-yard pickup. It'll be good for the first down. The chain gang has not moved, but it has been ruled a first down. 3 catches tonight for Mattingly. 21-14 LA Valley, 8:40 to play in the opening half. 1st and 10 LA Valley at the 46 of Citrus, who loads up the box. 5 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers. Now they bring a 6th defensive lineman in, guarding against Albrecht. Albrecht initially goes up the middle, cuts to the left side, has room at the 40 as he gets around the tackle, and inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 more yards for Darian Albrecht. And this is the beauty of having a multi-dimensional offense. Beauty of a multi-dimensional offense is that when you can throw it downfield, the secondary and linebackers have to sneak back. That opens up room for your running game. And that's created some holes for Darian Albrecht as Citrus, because of the nice night that Jorgensen has had to cheat back a little bit defensively away from the line of scrimmage. So if Albrecht continues to put up big runs, then that should help Jorgensen, as the secondary going to have to creep back a little closer to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 1, LA Valley. From the 38-yard line of Citrus, Jorgensen, shotgun snap, quick throw to the right side. And out of the hands, outstretched arms of a Carl Regan. Good coverage on the play by DeMontes Carlton, who basically tackled Mattingly the second he touched that football. Mattingly really had no chance to secure it as the throw was off the mark anyway. Would have been a difficult catch to make. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 1. LA Valley from the 38 of Citrus. 7:57 to play in the first half. Monarchs with a 7-point lead. Jorgensen clapping his hands, waiting for that shotgun snap. Motion from left to right is Crumpton. We'll switch over to the right side where there are 3 receivers. The handoff goes to Albrecht. Misdirection. Numbers 30, 20, brought down from behind past the 15. As Darian Albrecht, another big run for him. As he started at the 38, he got all the way to the 14. 24 more yards for Darian Albrecht, who has now gone over 100 tonight. 105 yards for Darian Albrecht. And LA Valley inside the red zone trying to double up a 7-point lead. With 7:35 to play in the opening half, they lead at 21-14. Well, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of Citrus. Jorgensen in the gun, Albrecht to his left, 2 receivers each side of the field. Jorgensen slips as he takes the snap, has time, gets up, rolling right side, looking into the end zone, and complete. Touchdown, LA Valley. As that looked like a broken play from the start. Jorgensen slipped to the ground, but able to regain his footing, bought some time, rolled to the right side, threw it into the end zone, and getting open was Terrell Flanagan, who stands at just 5'7". So Flanagan has to use speed and agility to get open, as clearly size not on his side, but the sophomore from Chandler High School in Baltimore, Maryland, gets his first reception of the night, that one from 13 yards out. And Christian Jorgensen, 184 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight. 27-14 LA Valley. And the kick from Rodolfo Olivares splits the uprights. Add one more to the board, 28-14. LA Valley doubling up Citrus with 7:19 to play in the first half. This is a presentation of LA Valley College football on SportsNetUSA.net. Well, it was a touchdown pass to get LA Valley into the end zone, but have to give all kinds of credit to Darian Albrecht for setting that up. As LA Valley's offensive coordinator Cody Hawkins has dialed up a perfect game plan for tonight, alternating runs and passes. Just when the defense starts to expect one thing, Hawkins calls another. As Darian Albrecht has gone over 100 yards on the ground tonight. Christian Jorgensen, 3 touchdown passes. That last one to Flanagan in the end zone. Squibber on the ground. It's fielded at the 10-yard line. And room to run in between the hashes. Abel Morales past the 30. He will get to the 40. All the way there. About a 29-yard return for Abel Morales. And good field position for Citrus as they will try to crawl out of a 14-0 hole. 7:12 to play in the first half. I invite you to stick around during halftime tonight. We'll have LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas joining us during the halftime show. That's 7 minutes to play in the first half. 28-14 LA Valley. Citrus will begin this drive at their 39. It'll be Mayette in the gun, Floyd, the running back, to his left. And 2 receivers on the left side of the field. And we'll give it to Floyd. Floyd straight ahead, then cuts to the left. He gets to the 43. Flag came out near the line of scrimmage. As it stands, it will be a 4-yard gain for Floyd, but you got to see if this is holding against the Citrus offensive line. Officials still discussing this, and the offensive lineman for Citrus trying to get in there. Well, it's not a hold, it's a chop block. Parker Black-Leslie, sophomore offensive lineman from Claremont, called for the chop block. They initially called it against Bryson Finley, but then official said it was against number 72, Black-Leslie. The 15-yard penalty will put Citrus in a difficult position here. 1st and 10 turns into 1st and 25. So the run from Floyd is wiped out. 1st and 25 Citrus, as they will now begin at their own 24. Mayette in the gun, Floyd to his left side, 2 receivers each side of the field. Mayette, shotgun snap, time to throw, unloads over the middle. It's Henry Tarrin, and he catches it at the 39, so he gets back the penalty yardage. 15-yard completion, Mayette to Tarrin. Second reception of the night for Henry Tarrin. And Citrus erases the chop block penalty. They're back to where they started, 2nd and 10 at the 39. 28-14 LA Valley, 6:38 to play in the first half. Mayette in the gun, 2nd down and 10. Citrus at their 39. Mayette takes the snap, couple steps to the right, then fires to the sidelines where it is complete, and then a quick step out of bounds. The play, Mackenzie Sternquist, freshman receiver, with his first reception of the night. That one was good to the 46, 5 or 7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Citrus breaks the huddle, heads to the line of scrimmage. Very important 3rd and 3. They already trail by 2 touchdowns. 3rd and 3. From their 46, we'll get a timeout on the field. Timeout Citrus, and probably a smart timeout, as they know how important this one is. They already trail by 2 touchdowns. They cannot afford to not get a score here. Give it back to a red-hot LA Valley offense. So 6:05 to play first half, 28-14 LA Valley. 3rd and 3 for Citrus when we come back on SportsNetUSA.net. And all games on SportsNetUSA.net are brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Don't forget the holidays are right around the corner, and if you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, look no further than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and most of all, education. Don't forget that all games on Sportsnet USA brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Again, congratulations to the LA Valley men's water polo team winning the Western State Conference Championship. And Cuesta earlier today defeated Citrus. Four-time Conference Coach of the Year Jim McMillan led his squad to a upset victory today as LA Valley was under 500 on the season, was not expected to be a factor in that tournament, but he came out, had a strong showing, and will take a trophy home as a result. Now back to the action on the field. 3rd down and 3. Citrus trailing by 14 will have it. 3rd and 3 at their 46-yard line. Mayette in the gun. Floyd to his left. 2 receivers each side of the field. The shotgun snap. Fake the handoff to Floyd. Then throw over the middle on a play action. It is caught at the 45. It is good for a first down. That was Dexter Hunt, his first reception of the night. 9 yards on the completion. Mayette to Hunt. And a first down for Citrus as the timeout pays off. They got the play they wanted. LA Valley bit on the play action. Hunt was wide open. And a first down for Citrus. 1st and 10 from the LA Valley 44. It is Mayette in the gun. Floyd in the backfield. Fake the handoff to him. Play action. Mayette hit from behind. Stays on his feet and rolled to the right side. Eventually nobody was open though. Just had to throw it away. So LA Valley with good pressure in the secondary. Not allowing any receiver to get any kind of ground. And open space, Mayette just did the smart thing. Dumped off that football and lived to fight for 2nd down. 2nd and 10, Citrus at the LA Valley 44. A couple times this season, Monarchs have given up early touchdowns and then locked in the rest of the way, not giving up points. 2nd and 3rd quarters until the game is well out of hand, and hopefully that's the way this one goes for Robert Tucker's squad tonight. 2nd and 10, Citrus at the LA Valley 44. Mayette fakes the handoff, then keeps it himself up the middle. Mayette past the 40-yard line, gets to about the 38. Gain of 6 for Mayette on the designed keeper. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for Citrus. Well, Devin Floyd has 176 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight. He stands to the left side of Mayette. Figured he would be the most likely recipient of the football on 3rd and 4 situation, but he's not. Shotgun snap. They throw it over the middle. It's a juggling catch by Manuel Lua. Lua at the 20, past the secondary 10 and into the end zone. Manuel Lua, a 39-yard touchdown reception from Brian Mayette. And Citrus marches down the field. They cut it to a 1-score game, 28-20, with an extra point coming up. Well, a couple of nice moves from Manuel Lua on that play. He was wide open when he made the catch, but had to sneak past a couple of secondary men for LA Valley. His tackling has not been very good tonight for the Monarchs. They've had a number of chances to stop big plays before they happen. When I talked to Robert Tucker at the beginning of the season, number one thing he said was we have to avoid giving up the big plays. He said, I can live with giving up 5-10 yards at a time because eventually we're going to make a play. But when you give up the big ones like the 39-yard touchdown, we saw a 71-yard touchdown run for Devin Floyd earlier, a 67-yard run for him, which set up the first touchdown of the night for Citrus. Those ones are a lot harder to overcome. When you give up that much on one big play, give yourself fewer opportunities as a defense to come up with a turnover or a stop. So Robert Tucker, who preaches more than anything, don't give up big plays, has seen his defense give up plenty of them tonight. Extra point, meanwhile, was good. So 28-21, LA Valley's lead has been trimmed to 7. Thank you for joining us on Sportsnet USA tonight. Broadcast brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Jorgensen, the kicker from Denmark, will send it away right to left. It is fielded at the 10-yard line by LA Valley. Willie Washington running along the right hash. 25-30 past the 40, and Washington approaching midfield as flags come flying. It's a big collision at the 49. As it was the kicker, Tobin Jorgensen, who finally made the tackle, and he was slow to get up. Well, the kicker is responsible for making the tackle if it comes down to him, but I think to a man, kickers will tell you they hate to be the ones that have to make the tackle. They like doing the job with their feet. They don't like getting involved with the rough stuff. But there's that flag on the field, so we got to see how that one's going to be enforced. It was a legal block during the return, so Willie Washington's nice return to the 49 is going to be sent all the way back to the 29. Effectively a 20-yard penalty against the Monarchs. Martin Ibarra, a freshman, one of the backup offensive linemen, also plays in the special teams unit, called for the hold. 28-21 LA Valley, 4:41 to go first half. 1st and 10. Monarchs starting at their 24-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Trevor Lawrence, who does not find much room at all on the right side. Coming in to make the stop for Citrus. On the defensive line, looked like it was Joshua Curtis, freshman linebacker out of Rancho Cucamonga. 2nd and 8 on the gain of 2. Jorgensen staying in the gun. Laurent behind him. Jorgensen looking left side. Plenty of time. Floats it deep. And out of reach beyond anybody. Lorick was the closest guy to him. He was about 15 yards in front of that football. Jorgensen, I think, just had to get rid of it. He wasn't under any kind of pressure, but I think wanted to release the football before the pressure came. And just minimized the risk on that one. 2 quick plays, only netting 2 yards for LA Valley. It's 3rd down and 8. They're at their 26. LA Valley a perfect 8-0 this season, looking to run the table. 3rd and 8 from their 26. Jorgensen out of the gun, time to throw. Had Phillips wide open on the left flat at the 27-yard line, and he just overshot him. If Phillips was open, he would have had the 1st down and more. That play could have easily turned into 20, 25 yards. Kept the drive alive for LA Valley. Jorgensen just off the mark, though. So he has a great deep ball, but what Robert Tucker said, he has to be more crisp, more sharp on some of those shorter throws. That's something that Jorgensen will need to work on, though, overall having a spectacular season. Simon Whitehead, backup quarterback, is now serving as the punter for the team. And under pressure, we'll have to punt this one away. It's a directional kick to the right side, out of bounds at the 37. 37-yard punt, no return. As DeMontes Carlton was in Whitehead's face. Nearly blocked that punt. So Citrus will take over at their 37 with 3:50 to play in the first half. Citrus could go the length of the field. They could tie this game potentially. 28-21 LA Valley, 3:50 to play first half. Citrus from their own 37, 1st and 10, Mayette in the shotgun. They'll have Devin Floyd to his right side. 2 receivers each side of the field. 4 men on the line of scrimmage defensively for LA Valley. Handoff to Floyd. Floyd up the middle, then cuts to the left, gets to the 40, where he is tackled along the numbers. Involved in that tackle for the Monarchs was Elijah Staton, sophomore linebacker out of Philadelphia. A couple of Philly guys on this team for LA Valley. There's a gain of 3. Floyd with 179 yards tonight rushing. That's more than double when LA Valley gives up on the season. It's Mayette out of the gun, 2nd down, couple steps to the right, low throw into the ground near the 1st down marker at the 47. And it falls incomplete. Intended target was Sternquist. It was a poor throw. Sternquist couldn't bail out his quarterback. Good coverage on the play, though, by Freddie Wortham. Linebacker being asked to stay with a speedy receiver. Wortham having a fine season. That linebacker, 3 interceptions this year for Freddie Wortham. 3rd down and 7. Citrus at their 40, 3:16 to play first half, trailing by 7. And LA Valley will take a timeout. So Robert Tucker wants to talk to his defense, make sure they're prepared for this play. Chance to force a 3 and out, get it back, and make sure that they have a halftime lead. 28-21 LA Valley, 3:16 to play in the first half. Be 3rd and 7 Citrus from their 40 when we come back on SportsNetUSA.net. Don't forget that all games here on SportsNetUSA.net are brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. If you want great customer service, you can have it at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim has a parts and service department that is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Miller Toyota of Anaheim, a proud supporter of community college sports, and most of all, proud supporter of education. So LA Valley, 8-0 this season, 3-0 in conference. They were heavy favorites coming into this game as Citrus has had a lot of defensive problems this year. Thought that LA Valley would just walk all over them. At least a lot of people in the stands thought so tonight, but has not been the case. Citrus staying with them, trailing by just a touchdown, 28-21, 3:16 to play in the first half. 3rd and 7, Citrus from their 40 following the timeout. It's Mayette out of the gun, Floyd to his right. And Floyd will catch a dump-off pass in the flat, 35, and Floyd will not even get back to the line of scrimmage. He's tackled at the 39. It's a 1-yard loss. And Robert Tucker took a timeout to talk to his defense before the play. And I think he sensed that Devin Floyd was going to be the target. Floyd has torched them all night long. He had his defense lock in on Floyd, and that pays off. And out comes the punting unit for Citrus. LA Valley going to get it back with a little under 3 minutes to play in the first half. We'll have a chance to double up what is a 7-point lead for the Monarchs right now. It's Benitez, the punter, standing at the 26-yard line, his side of the field. He'll send it away. He shanks it. It's high in the air, but it's going to bounce just in front of midfield, then bounce back to the Monarch side, go out of bounds at the 48. Well, down at the 48 of the Monarchs. Just a 12-yard punt. There is a flag, though, back near where the punt took place at the 31-yard line. Hopefully for the Monarchs, this is not a roughing the punter call. Benitez certainly had to deal with some traffic as he punted that one away. So roughing the kicker call, they called it on number 36. There is no number 36 on LA Valley. So some confusion there on the field, but roughing the punter is the call. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. So LA Valley will not get it back, and a defense that has been vulnerable at times tonight will have to go back to work and try to keep this lead intact. LA Valley has given up 21 points tonight, most they've given up maybe the entire season. 28-21. Citrus within a touchdown. They'll have 1st and 10 at the LA Valley 45. Mayette out of the gun, hit as he throws, and he unloads it to Manuel Lua at the 37, left side of the field. 8-yard completion, Mayette to Lua, as they have hooked up now 4 times tonight for 59 yards. No huddle offense for Citrus, trying to take advantage of this opportunity. After the roughing the punter, they'll keep it on the ground with Floyd. Floyd following the right guard ahead of the 35. And finally will be tackled at the 32. That's enough for the first down. Flag came out near the line of scrimmage. Personal foul against Elijah Staten, the linebacker. That's 30 yards of penalties against LA Valley on this drive, including a roughing the punter, which allowed Citrus to keep the football. So the Monarchs, if not for the undisciplined penalties, would have the football back right now and it would have a chance to extend their lead before the end of the half. Instead, Citrus is going to have it inside the red zone of LA Valley. Exactly 2 minutes on the clock in the first half. 28-21 LA Valley, but Citrus now with a 1st and 10 at the LA Valley 18. Mayette looking over to the sidelines to get the play call. 10 seconds on the play clock. Still some confusion there as they're not ready to go. Mayette backing up eventually. They may have to burn a timeout here. Down to 3, 2, 1. And they just get it off. Floyd to the left side of Mayette. Mayette unloads over the middle. It's a tight spiral into the chest of the receiver, Jacob Bistre, at the 6-yard line. Another first down for Citrus on a 12-yard completion from Mayette to Bistre, and 1st and goal Citrus at the 6-yard line. 2 touchdowns tonight for Devin Floyd, the running back who stands to the left side of Mayette, working out of the gun. Handoff goes to Floyd. Floyd, the cut to the left side, but doesn't fool anybody. Then to make the tackle for LA Valley was Anthony Aguado, freshman linebacker out of Tarzana. We are now inside a minute to go in the first half. LA Valley trying to preserve what is now a 7-point lead, 28-21. They've led by as many as 14 tonight. Now down to 45 seconds, 2nd and 5. Their 2nd and goal from the 5 for Citrus. Mayette out of the gun, takes the snap, rolls to his right, floats it into the end zone. Ball hits the ground. It was intended for Abel Morales. I thought I saw a flag come out at the end of the play, although I could be mistaken on that. No flag. Just an incomplete pass, and 3rd and goal from the 5 for Citrus. Well, I'd be surprised if they do anything but give the ball to Floyd in this situation. Devin Floyd has 179 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. He's standing to the left side of Mayette. 7-point lead for LA Valley. The defense trying to hold it. Flags come out before the snap. And that'll be a false start against the offense. Bryson Finley on the offensive line called for a false start for Citrus. So instead of 3rd and goal from the 5, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10. In LA Valley with that 7-point lead, 28-21, only 39 seconds to go in the first half. Citrus an opportunity to tie it before we go into the intermission. In LA Valley, a defense that has struggled, not played to its usual form tonight. One chance to kind of make up for some of those mistakes, keep the lead as they go into the half. It's Mayette in the gun. It is Floyd to the left side. Mayette hit as he throws, looking for Bistry in the end zone. There was some contact there. But good coverage all the way. Looked like it was 27 Donzel Roddy. And they're there to break it up. Roddy's been money all season long. 4 interceptions. And this time prevented a touchdown. Now decision time for Citrus. Do they go for the sure 3 or do they try to tie the game? Looks like they're going to send the field goal unit out. Not sure I agree with this. Their kicker is only 4 for 10 this season. They already missed a 23-yard field goal earlier tonight. Want to be Carlos Benitez, 4 for 10 this season, attempting a 27-yard kick. This one is up, and this one is good. I guess the decision pays off for Citrus. They trim a 7-point lead down to 4. 29 seconds to go in the first half, 28-24. LA Valley with the lead. They'll only have 1 timeout to work with, so we'll see if, probably whether they take a shot at the end zone have a lot to do with where this return ends up. But LA Valley giving up 24 points, most they've given up in a half this season. The offense has played the way it usually does. 28 points is it's basically the norm for this offense, which is averaging 40 points a game for LA Valley, but the defense is not kept up. But what a big stand there on 3rd down. As Donzel Roddy broke up the 3rd down pass into the end zone, kept Citrus from getting the 7, hold it to 3. And 28-24 the score. So Crumpton and Lawrence are the deep men waiting to return for LA Valley. And Crumpton 4 special teams touchdowns this year, 3 of them as a punt returner, 1 in the kick return game. Well, earlier tonight it was Jorgensen doing the kicking for Citrus. Now Benitez will line up the kicking unit. Kick will come from the 35 left hash. And Crumpton back at the 15. Lawrence and Washington standing at the 25 for LA Valley. To short kick, Crumpton will take a couple steps in, field it at the 20 between the hashes, cut right side 30, eludes a tackler 40, sidelines 50. Crumpton on his feet at the 40 of Citrus, and finally taking down there a 40-yard return for Akil Crumpton before Stephen Greenwich Blue came over to make the tackle. Linebacker out of Chicago, who also plays in the special teams unit for Citrus. So Akil Crumpton is giving LA Valley a chance here. They only have 20 seconds, only 1 timeout. But Christian Jorgensen has a very good deep ball. He's thrown 17 touchdowns this year since he took over the starting role from Kalawaya Judd. Judd had his appendix removed, and Jorgensen's made the most of this opportunity. LA Valley 8-0, 4-point lead, starting at the Citrus 40, trying to score before the end of the half. Jorgensen out of the gun, bobbling catch made by Lorick. Lorick at the 35, diagonal line towards the sidelines, gets inside the 30. And finally, out of bounds at the 25, 15 yards, Jorgensen to Lorick. Most importantly, they stop the clock. So Jorgensen now right at 200 yards in the first half. He has 3 touchdown throws. Lorick has been his favorite target, 6 catches, 60 yards. 11 seconds and a timeout for LA Valley. 1st and 10 from the Citrus 25. LA Valley up by 4. Jorgensen awaiting a shotgun snap. He's got Albrecht on his right side, 4 receiver set. Jorgensen time to throw, looking over the middle, and intercepted. Intercepted at the 15-yard line. And Citrus comes away with it. LA Valley will not get points before the end of the half. Nicholas Leon, freshman out of Duarte, nearby in the secondary for Citrus. Keep LA Valley off the board. Monarchs had a timeout, so I guess they could afford to throw over the middle, but probably not the throw I would have done there. It was into double coverage, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Jorgensen had the 3 picks last week, is mostly had a pretty good season though, but occasionally will force that football, and that's what he did there. So Citrus presumably will just take a knee before the end of the half. Looks like they will. Mayette under center. He'll take a knee, and that's how the first half will end. 30 minutes gone by, 30 minutes to go at Monarchs Stadium. LA Valley, a perfect 8-0 this season, but they've got a tough one on their hands against Citrus. Heavy underdogs coming into tonight, but Citrus staying with them. 28-24 LA Valley. I'll quickly give you a couple of the first half stats, and then we'll have an interview with baseball coach Dave Mallas. Christian Jorgensen in the first half, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception in the passing game for LA Valley. On the ground, Darian Albrecht all over 100 yards. He has 105, including a 25-yard touchdown. Receiving leaders for LA Valley, Jeremiah Lorick, 6 catches, 60 yards. Akil Crumpton, 2 catches, 70 yards, including a 56-yard touchdown. Matthew Mattingly, 3 catches, 23 yards. And the tight end, Chris Phillips, 2 catches, 18 yards, including a touchdown. Terrell Flanagan, 13-yard touchdown reception as well. For Citrus, Mayette, 109 yards through the air. Devin Floyd, he's been the star for Citrus so far in this one, 179 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And defensively for Citrus, couple big plays for them. Fumble recover early from Ryan Savanas, freshman linebacker from Covina, and a late interception coming from Nicholas Leon just before the end of the half. So second half action coming up in about 20 minutes. Come back in a minute. Interview with Monarchs baseball coach Dave Mallas. This is LA Valley College football on SportsNetUSA.net, brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
So once again, we are at half. LA Valley 28, Citrus 24. And we'd like to remind you that, here at LA Valley College, you got to come out and support the athletics program overall. You got to start with Tuesday, November the 8th at 3 p.m. Women's soccer will be at Santa Monica College, and that game, once again, will begin at 3 p.m. And then women's soccer once again plays this upcoming week. That'll be next Friday, November the 11th. Women's soccer, LA Valley Monarchs soccer against West LA College at 3 p.m. So once again, both games, Tuesday, November the 8th, and Friday, November the 11th, will start at 3 p.m. And then here on SportsNetUSA.net, well, we have a lot of community college football. That's one thing for sure. SportsNetUSA.net is the leader here in the state of California for community college football. At 1 p.m., it was the Fullerton College Hornets here on SportsNetUSA.net. Well, what did they do? They ended up going up against 3-6 Orange Coast College, and they won by more than double Orange Coast point total, 35-14. Fullerton College was able to come away with the win. On the call there, it was Mark Pavlovich and Corey Nayland. Fullerton College, well, they're going to look for a 9-1 season coming up this Saturday. Once again, it will be on SportsNetUSA.net. Also, right now here on SportsNetUSA.net, well, this game started at 4 p.m. Sacramento City College against Feather River. Sacramento City College is ranked in the top 15 in Northern California, and you know what? They're trying to get a winning season back on track because right now they're at 4-4 after a loss last week to Siskiyou. So once again, that game started at 4 p.m. with Randy Ratier calling the X's and O's at Sacramento City. That started at 4 p.m. here on SportsNetUSA.net. Also here on SportsNetUSA.net, of course, it's LA Valley College football. Once again, the score in our game right now, 28-24, LA Valley on top of Citrus. Also here on SportsNetUSA.net, a game that just got underway a little over half an hour ago. Golden West football going up against Grossmont. That one started at 7 p.m. Rashawn Haylock on the call there, and Golden West right now is sitting pretty at the top of the SCFA Southern Division. Right now they are 3-0 in conference play, and they are trailing Grossmont by a score of 13-7 late in the first quarter. Once again, Rashawn Haylock and Andrew Smith on the call there. So that's all the community college football that happened this Saturday here on SportsNetUSA.net. It'll be 3 more games starting up next week here on SportsNetUSA.net. Make sure that you check the homepage so that way you can stay up to date with what's going on in community college football. Well, maybe you're thinking to yourself, that's a lot of community college football. You want to see a little basketball? Well, you can start that on Wednesday, November the 11th, 12th, and 13th. That's 3 straight days of basketball. Fullerton College Classic will begin on Wednesday and proceed to Thursday and Friday, starting at 7 p.m. for all 3 games. And you can see that here on SportsNetUSA.net. So once again, our score here at the half, it's 28-24, LA Valley on top of Citrus.
So halftime and SportsNetUSA.net tonight. LA Valley up 28-24 on Citrus, trying to stay perfect. Second half coming up in about 13 minutes, but our guest during halftime has been the baseball coach going into his 13th season at LA Valley. And he was my coach in 2011 and 2012. Head baseball coach Dave Mallas on the show tonight. Coach, thanks for coming out. How have you been?
Good. Thanks for having me, Aaron. Really appreciate it. It's good to see you still at LA Valley, helping out with the football program and doing a great job with the athletic program. But it's been fun, going in, like you said, 13th season, our second season on our brand new facility. That's unfortunately you didn't get to play in that, but you were part of the old facility, and these guys are really enjoying it.
Coach Tucker has said that having these new facilities has helped with recruiting a lot. What effect has that had on the baseball team in terms of bringing players in and selling them on the program?
We got a few early recruits this year, just coming out and seeing the facility, and along with the study hall as well as a weight room that we have here at Valley. And we didn't get to see the benefits directly in this first year. It was a first year of recruiting with the new facility, but I think in years to come it's going to be very beneficial for the local kids.
We're talking with baseball coach Dave Mallas of LA Valley College. So, Coach, you've had 2 full months of practice with the team in the fall. It's only November, but what are your thoughts on the team and expectations going into the spring season?
Well, just like every year, we're excited. We have a good group of kids. We're not going to out-talent the teams in our conference this year, but we'll get them going. They're going to play hard. They're going to play good fundamental baseball, which we try to do every year. And we'll have a chance to win conference, I think, which is a new conference for the first time in a long time, the Western State Conference. So, again, it's a good group of kids. We have some new coaches on the staff as well, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you have any idea right now as to whether the pitchers or the position players are further ahead? How do you see the guys shaking out right now?
The pitchers actually have come along pretty well at the start of the fall. We have a lot of new guys, not a lot of experience coming back, especially with the starters. We had 3 sophomore starters last year, 2 sophomores that were closing for us in the 8th, 9th inning for us. So it's a brand-new pitching staff. The guys coming in don't have a lot of game experience, and so it's one that at the beginning it took them a little bit, but here we are 8 games in the fall, and they've really improved in the last 6 weeks. So it's going to be this year's going to be a lot of pitching and defense, and then some timely hitting. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Talking with LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas. Coach, you mentioned the sophomores and how much success they had last year. They accounted for all but 2 wins on the stat sheet last year. So who are some of the new arms that you're looking at to have an impact this season?
Well, hopefully some of the guys coming back didn't have a lot of time because we were sophomore heavy last year. But we're looking at Matt Barbaro who redshirted 2 years ago. Got some innings out of the pen. He's 6'7", cranking up there, looking really good. So he might be a prospect for MLB. And with Danny Acosta, we're looking for him to be a good starter, solid starter for us. We generally, once we hit conference and we play Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, those are two guys that we're really looking for a lot of innings with. And then we have some guys fighting for that third spot, generally like 4 or 5 guys fighting it out throughout the season. So it's a good competition, but Matt Barbaro and Danny Acosta, we're really going to be leaning on for taking up most of the load this year.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of turnover from year to year, not only on your team, but all the other teams in conference and throughout California. But do you have an idea right now as to who you think the toughest competition will be in conference?
Well, we have, like I said, a new conference. So it's going to be West LA, us, Pierce, which Pierce was in the north for the last few years. So it's good to have them back in our conference, and then Mission and Bakersfield. So we lost Canyons and Glendale. So I think it's up for grabs. West LA got a new coach this year, and so there's 5 teams, I believe, that all feel like they have a good shot at it. So I don't think there's any front runner out there, but it's going to be we have a 40-game season this year, which was increased from the last few years. So I think it's going to be between all 5. I think everyone's got a shot, and everyone feels they have a shot because Glendale and Canyons are in another conference. In the last few years, they've been the 2 front runners in our conference. So.
Yeah, talking with LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas. Coach, I want to take back a look at your own career. Before you got into coaching, you were a student at Cal State Fullerton. You left to go back to community college, play at Santa Ana. Was there one moment in particular when you decided you just had to play college baseball, or was it's something that was in the back of your mind for a long time leading up to that?
Yeah, no, you did your homework, Aaron. I like that. That's why you're so good right now. I went to Cal State Fullerton right out of high school. Didn't get recruited, and so I played Sunday League like many people do around here in the Valley, and I missed it so much. Just being part of a team, part of a school, and part of a team, and Sunday League just wasn't enough for me. So I went back to Santa Ana Community College. It was Rancho Santiago Community College. Our high school team had played there in the summer. That's the only reason why I knew, and I knew a buddy that played there. So I just wanted to get back and actually be part of a team again, and so my goal was just to make the team. Didn't care about playing time. I just wanted to be part of a team, and we were very successful. We were fortunate enough to win the state championship our sophomore year, but it was just that 1 year out of high school, missing it and understanding the importance of the competition and team camaraderie. That's what got me getting back to it.
Yeah, so since you were a smaller guy, not physically intimidating, maybe don't catch a lot of attention right away when you walk onto the field, what did you do to catch the attention of the coaches and try to earn playing time once you were at Santa Ana?
It was just, like I tell these guys, it's just going out every day and going about your business and working hard every day, understanding that you're going to get a shot and you don't know when that's going to be, and you want to be ready for that time when you do get that shot, because if you're smaller in stature like myself, you don't get as many shots as the other kids that are bigger, faster, stronger. And it's funny because I tell these guys all the time, and even yourself when you're here, it's we go for bigger, faster, stronger, but that doesn't mean that you're going to end up with that job. But as coaches, that's what we're looking for. So it's just the understanding of guys to understand the process and to believe in the process and just continue to grind it out on a day-to-day basis. And when your number's called, you want to do the best that you can, and knowing that you put everything possibly that you could to be ready for that time, Now,
our guest tonight, LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas. Coach, you mentioned the state championship you ended up winning with Santa Ana there. What was that experience like going into the playoffs, going through the state tournament, and then eventually winning that championship? How exciting was it to finally hold that trophy?
Yeah, you watch the World Series just here the last week and how wonderful that was, right? And what we try to get these guys to understand here is I was fortunate enough to win it as a player, and so my thought process is we're always trying to win a state championship at this level. and there's nothing better in the world. You know, that's what you dream for. That's what you play for as an athlete growing up. And so to be able to experience that and to know that you were the last team standing in the entire state of California, it's a pretty special feeling, you know. And now as a coach, I want to see what my coaches felt, you know, when they won it. And I definitely want our players to know what I felt, because it was at that time of your life, it's the best moment that you could ever have.
Chatting with LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas. So, Coach, after you win the state championship with Santa Ana, you transfer to Division II Chico State. Why did you choose Chico State, and then what was that experience like once you got there?
Well, it was funny. That's a funny question, because just like these guys, they go, and I thought I was a Division I guy, so I was I was waiting for my Division I opportunity.
That's what we all think we are.
And a week before school started at Chico, I had no other options but Chico State, so that's really how it came to fruition. And Coach Meggs, who was the head coach there at the time, was calling me weekly, and I was still waiting for that Division I opportunity. It never came, and so I just ended up having to go there, and it ended up being the best decision of my life. You know, being able to go and win a national championship for them my senior year, and it was the first national championship for them in school history and all of athletics, and that became my best moment of my athletic career after the state championship in junior college.
Yeah, so when you won that championship your senior season, what were the expectations going into that year? Did you think you had a team that was good enough to do that? Were you a team that just got hot at the right time at the end of the season?
Coach Meggs was there a short amount of time, probably 5 years before I got there, and he was from Southern California, and that was his vision. And so my junior year, we got to the Super Regionals for the first time in a long time for Chico, and we were one game away from the World Series. So we had a lot of success my junior year, and so coming back, we had a lot of returners on the mound as well as defensively and offensively, and so that was our goal, you know, but it had never been there in their entire athletic program, you know, so, but that was our goal, definitely, but we're the only non-scholarship conference in the country, which made it even truly more amazing for us to complete that feat, knowing that every one of the 8 teams in the World Series had scholarships but us. So, but yeah, that was a goal, as it is for a lot of people, and we just happen to be fortunate to be the ones standing at the end.
And LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas with us tonight. And so, Coach, you end your playing career at Chico State winning the Division II World Series. You told me once that you thought if you could hit 400 in college, it was automatic you were going to get drafted. End up going into minor league baseball, have a shot at the big leagues. So when you didn't get drafted, what was that process like, having to accept that your playing career was over?
Thanks for bringing that back up, Aaron. I really appreciate
it.
that.
I never played pro ball.
Yeah.
You were probably closer than I ever was.
No, it's it's funny. It's just times in your life when you have a vision, and then when it doesn't come, everything's going to come to an end. So that's one thing why you go and get your education. But you know, it was, for me, yeah, it was a tough moment, you know, but as a coach, talking to guys like yourself and all these other players, you know, that are successful, you know, they have a certain idea of what they're looking for, you know, and it was what it was, and I was disappointed for a little bit, but, you know, that's how life is. It's full of disappointments, but you just go on and you move on to the next thing in your life, you know, and that's what I had to do. And fortunately for me, I mean, I got to leave with a national championship in my pocket, which was a saving grace. So I think it was a little bit easier to swallow knowing that. But definitely when you know your goal is to be a professional baseball player, yeah, it was disappointing for sure.
And so your playing career ends after Chico State. Did you know at that time you wanted to go into coaching, or was that something that came to you later on? Did you need a year away from the game to look at it differently?
It was definitely being a physical education major. It was definitely something that I was trying to do. Even community college is what I thought I knew what I wanted to do. So I wasn't the best student. Academics was not easy for me, so I knew right after I had to get into a master's program, and so that's what I did. Got into a master's program and finished that, and then started the coaching career.
Yeah, so you before LA Valley, you were at Mission College. You went to the playoffs one year there. What made you decide to come to LA Valley?
Well, at the time, Chuck Ferraro, the athletic director here, called me over, and they had an opening there, and so I actually talked to John Klitzner, who was athletic director at the time at Mission. It was a part-time job at both places, but the option of becoming full-time seemed to be greater here at LA Valley, and so that was a decision. I actually talked to John Klitzner, and he said they had just dropped athletics for 8 years at LA Mission, so you didn't know if that was going to happen again. And so I had one kid, Tyson, at the time, and one going to be on the way, and so ended up working out for the best, and that's where I became full-time 4 years later down the road. And so hopefully I'll be here for the next 20-some years.
Well, I enjoyed playing for you 2011 and 2012. I hope you're here a long time. Looking forward to the alumni game coming up in 2 weeks. So are you going to be playing in that game?
I will not be playing, thankfully, I think, so I don't get hurt. But, it's going to be the first time. Now that I've been here, this is going to be 13 years, like you said. It's really exciting for this new facility that we have, one, and two, to see a bunch of old faces, because it's truly a pleasure coaching young guys like yourself. I mean, it's just so to see you guys being productive in society and being great out there. It's just going to be great to see a bunch of old faces. Even Coach Johnson has a bunch of guys back in the 80s that are coming back. So it's going to be a great time, and for a lot of people to come and see the new facility. I'm really excited to rejoin with some of these people.
Yeah, our guest tonight, LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas. So, Coach, you have any favorite memories of your time at LA Valley over the last now 13 years?
Yeah, 13 years. See, as you see, Aaron, coming and seeing the difference that the bonds have made throughout this campus. But one thing that's drawn to me is the leadership at Valley College. You know, from the presidents to the vice presidents, even our sports information director, Dale Beck, you know, is a big guy with the athletic program, and the athletic program wouldn't be what it is without Chuck Ferraro, Dee Stark, Dale Beck. You know, Angelo Yosemite was here for so many decades, and so LA Valley College is like a big family, and so it's really enjoyed. Those are really the memories that I've really enjoyed. The 2 conference championships that we've had has been very exciting. Being able to open the new facility has been a tremendous time for us as well. So,
well, Coach, I don't mean to kick you off the air here, but we're about to start the second half here. So it's been great chatting. Looking forward to the alumni game in 2 weeks, and thanks a lot for coming on.
It's my pleasure, Aaron. Keep working hard. You're doing a great job up here.
And LA Valley baseball coach Dave Mallas, our guest at halftime. Second half action on SportsNetUSA.net. Citrus will receive to start the second half. As Williams, the kickoff returner, took a cut to the left side, got out of bounds at the 20-yard line, took a shot on the way. And that's where Citrus will begin. 28-24 LA Valley as we begin the second half. Tonight's game brought to you, as always, by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. We thank them for their support, allowing us to bring you LA Valley College football all season long, now in our second season with the Monarchs football program. So Citrus will go back to work at their 20. Opening drive of the third quarter, trailing by 4 points. It'll be Mayette working out of the gun. Devin Floyd on the right side. Delayed handoff. Floyd has it, goes up the middle, gets to the 25 running along the left hash, and that is as far as he will get. 5 yards before he is tackled by Taylor Manuel. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Citrus. So Floyd had a monster first half, 179 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. And LA Valley, undoubtedly, Robert Tucker probably gave a good portion of his speech dedicated to figuring out how to try to stop Devin Floyd. 3rd down and 5, Citrus from their 25. Mayette out of the gun, has time to throw, nobody open, then eventually finds somebody on the right side of the field. And is complete at the 50, 40, 30 in between the hashes is Henry Tarrin. takes it all the way to the 30. 45 yards on the completion from Brian Mayette to Henry Tarrin. 3 catches, 66 yards tonight for Tarrin. Now Citrus suddenly switching over to a no-huddle offense. 1st and 10 from the LA Valley 30. Citrus trailing by 4. They'll keep it on the ground with Floyd. Floyd up the middle to the 30. He only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Stop there. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Floyd, born in Riverside, California, went to Citrus Hills High School. Communications major at Citrus College. Enjoying a fine night, nearly 200 yards after he ran for over 200 last week. 2nd and 10, Citrus at the LA Valley 30. Floyd to the right side of Mayette. Mayette rolling right, time to throw. Goes downfield, has a man at the 10. And that is caught by Manuel Lua. Lua at the 10. May have gotten the yard past that, although nope, they're going to back him up to about the 11. So not quite enough for the and goal situation. So Citrus still can get a 1st down. They're going to spot it now at the 12. Back it up a little bit further. 17 yards on the completion. Mayette to Lua, 5th of the night. Floyd in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Mayette going left on the play action. Throws left side. Is complete at the 2. And that is Lua once again. With the catch, Willie Washington comes over and makes a touchdown saving tackle at the 2-yard line. And that'll set up 1st and goal at the 2. 10 more yards for Brian Mayette. Hitting his favorite target tonight, Manuel Lua. Touchdown would give Citrus the lead. They trail by 4. 1st and goal from the 2. Floyd gets the call from the backfield. Loses the football. It's on the ground. It's scooped up at the 15. And running is Taylor Manuel. He gets to midfield. Finally, they whistle this play dead. But Taylor Manuel picked up a loose ball after Devin Floyd couldn't handle it. Now, are they going to say down by contact? The Boo-Birds are out in full force below us on the LA Valley fan side, beneath the press box. There are a lot of players in the area from both sides. Hard to see if that knee ever hit the ground for Floyd. Obviously, the officials had a much better look at it than we did. But LA Valley thinking they had a turnover, or this may or may not stand. So it was 1st and goal at the 2-yard line for Citrus. They gave it to Floyd, asking him to try to punch it in, and already has 2 touchdowns tonight. Oh boy, fans are not happy. You can understand why. There was an inadvertent whistle on the field. Even though it was a clear fumble and recovery by LA Valley, because the whistle occurred before the fumble, the play will not stand. So they replay the down. No loss of down. 1st and goal. Citrus at the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in, take the lead. They'll get a momentary stoppage of play. One fan threw a beer bottle onto the sidelines. Hopefully that won't continue. Hopefully it was just one unruly fan. Robert Tucker having a chat with the officials. Tucker doesn't look heated, although he's understandably upset, as that was a clear fumble recovery by Taylor Manuel. You never know when this could swing the outcome of the game. As Manuel was going down the sidelines, he had a touchdown if there was not that whistle. Instead of LA Valley potentially taking a 2-possession lead, Citrus, now with the benefit of that inadvertent whistle, will have 1st and goal inside the 2-yard line, a chance to punch it in and take a lead of their own. Glad you could join us tonight. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Hope to get Ryan Osborn on the broadcast later tonight, although he's been forced to work the camera tonight. So Robert Tucker had a long chat with the officials, although there's really nothing he can do other than plead his case. Officials aren't going to change the call. Well, with the fans booing, Citrus gets the football back. They'll have first and goal at the 2-yard line. Mayette in the gun, Floyd to his right. Tight end on the left. 2 receivers on the right side of the field. So Floyd, you figure, will get the ball in this situation already with 2 rushing touchdowns as he approaches 200 yards on the evening. They give it to Floyd. Floyd runs to the left, and he's met for a big loss behind the 5-yard line. A couple guys there for LA Valley. Elijah Staten and Taylor Manuel there to wrap him up. Big tackle for a loss. That ball going to move all the way back to the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 4 for Citrus. Second and goal from the 6. Now for Citrus, their job just got a little bit tougher. There's the football gods punishing them for an unlucky break against LA Valley. So Floyd with his 180 yards and 2 touchdowns figured he was going to see the football. LA Valley was prepared all the way for that. It's Mayette will be in the shotgun. Second and goal from the 6-yard line. Citrus down by 4, looking for that touchdown to take a lead. 2 receivers on the left side. 1 receiver on the right. Floyd to the right side of Mayette, waiting for the shotgun snap. Crowd on their feet imploring this defense before we get a snap. And we get some yellow on the field. Flags thrown at the goal line. See if maybe there was movement at the line of scrimmage. False start against Citrus. They're going backwards. They lose 4 on the first down rush. And a false start on second down moves them back to the 11. Second and goal, Citrus from their 11-yard line. So nearly 4 minutes into the third quarter. LA Valley looking for a big defensive stand. They got one at the end of the first half. Citrus had to settle for a field goal. Mayette in the gun, Floyd to his right. Second and goal from the 11. Mayette under the pressure, rolling right side, has to throw it away outside the end zone. Justin Beister, the closest receiver in the area, though. Mayette just had to get rid of that, throw it out of bounds. Live to fight for third down. It'll be third and goal from the 11-yard line. Citrus had a chance to tie the game before the end of the half, trailing 28-21 at the time. Threw it into the end zone on third down. Donzel Roddy broke that pass up. Citrus had to settle for a field goal. Make it 28-24. That's where we stand now. 11 minutes to go in the third. Third and goal from the 11. Mayette out of the gun, under pressure, hit as he throws, dumps it off short, caught in the flat at the 10, and Abel Morales only able to take it for 1 yard up to the 3. Stop made by LA Valley. Anthony Aguado, freshman linebacker, there to make the final hit. That's a 2-yard gain. They need 11 to get into the end zone. Out comes the field goal unit for Citrus. 28-24 LA Valley. Citrus going to try to make it a 1-point game. Carlos Benitez, the kicker. He is 5 for 10. 5 for 11 on the season, rather, and 1 for 2 tonight. This kick from 27 yards is up, and it is good. So Benitez puts that one through. Citrus pulls within 1 point with 10:18 on the clock in the third quarter. 28-27 LA Valley. Trying to make it a perfect 9-0 on the year on SportsNetUSA.net. .10:18 to play in the third. Citrus pulls within 1. 27-yard field goal from Carlos Benitez. He's 2 for 3 in the kicking game tonight. LA Valley will get it back. A much closer game than a lot of people expected it to be. Earlier tonight it was Tobin Jorgensen, kicker out of Denmark, handling the kickoffs, but now Benitez has handled the last few for Citrus. Kick will come from the 35. We'll stack up more guys on the right side of the field, as does Citrus, defensively, trying to put a little extra pressure on Crumpton. Then it's a directional kick to the left side. It'll be fielded by Washington, right numbers at the 18. Washington cuts to the middle at the 30, and then brought down at the 31. So Willie Washington gets it out to the 31. Tackle made by Jason Parker. First half offensively for LA Valley, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for freshman quarterback Christian Jorgensen. And on the ground, Darian Albrecht went over 100 yards. He had 105 in the first half. So a pretty good mix of running and passing for LA Valley in the first 30 minutes. First possession for them in the third quarter. They lead by 1, 28-27, 10-12 to play. In the third, 1st and 10 from the 31. Jorgensen shotgun snap under pressure from every which way. Has to throw it towards his sidelines, out of play, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, a few guys were leading the charge, but Jared Brito was the first one in there, getting in Jorgensen's face. Sophomore defensive end out of Covina, California, about 30 miles east of the San Fernando Valley where we are tonight. 2nd and 10, Jorgensen working out of the gun. He'll have Trevor Laurent to his left side this time. 4-receiver set. Jorgensen pump fakes once, throws it deep over the middle, and overshoots the intended target. Jeremiah Lorick had a step on the secondary. It was the 20 along the left numbers for LA Valley, and Jorgensen just overthrew him. So Jorgensen, despite the 3 touchdowns tonight, has struggled with accuracy at times throughout the evening. He threw the interception before the end of the half. So overshot targets downfield a couple of times tonight. Still, though, an excellent season overall for him, 17 touchdowns on the season. 3rd and 10, LA Valley from their 31, nursing a 1-point lead. Jorgensen out of the gun, time to throw. Unloads to Crumpton short. Crumpton catches at the 37, but cannot get any further. He needed to get to the 42 for the first down. So it'll be a 6-yard gain for Crumpton. And out comes the punting unit for LA Valley as they are unable to move the chains. Crumpton now with 3 catches, 76 yards on the evening. Jorgensen over 200 yards passing, but still Simon Whitehead, backup quarterback, and also the backup punter, replacing Daniel Mendoza. Sends this one away, directional kick, right side of the field, where it is fielded by Henry Tarrin. Tarrin running along the right sideline, gets ahead of the 30. Late flag comes out at the end of the play. LA Valley has had a couple of personal foul penalties tonight. You hope this isn't another one against them. Normally so disciplined under Robert Tucker, but tonight the emotions have gotten away from them on more than a few occasions. So we'll wait to see if that's actually the call before we're too hard on the Monarchs. But that call should come any second from our referee, David Batista. Alan Ortega, number 18, called for the late hit out of bounds for LA Valley. It's going to cost him 15 yards. And on a night for the Monarchs, which has been their worst defensively all season, giving up 27 points. They haven't given up nearly this many all season. That extra yardage, never know what it's going to cost you. So LA Valley with a perfect record coming in tonight, 8-0 overall, 3-0 in conference play. Now holding on to just a 1-point lead, 28-27, as Citrus will begin at their 40 with the benefit of a 15-yard penalty on the punt return. Handoff on first down goes to Floyd. Floyd runs right side and is going to be stopped for a loss. Tackle was made back at the 36, although I think forward progress going to put him at the 40. So we'll call it a no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for Citrus. So Robert Tucker, before the game, told me that they were not going to cheat to try to put more pressure on Floyd. Said they weren't going to sneak the linebackers closer to the line of scrimmage. Said we're just going to trust our regular game. Well, that didn't work in the first half. Floyd had 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. And now we're seeing in the second half the linebackers a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. Right now only 2 men deep in the secondary for LA Valley. 2nd and 10, Citrus at their 40. Mayette under pressure, unloads to the left side. It's a throw to the numbers 50-yard line. Left side catch made, Henry Tarrin. Tarrin caught it. He was quickly leveled by the linebacker Freddie Wortham, but not before he picks up 10 yards and a Citrus first down. Give credit to Mayette for thinking quickly on his feet, under pressure, delivering a perfect throw to Tarrin. Now 4 catches, 76 yards this evening. First down for Citrus at midfield. Mayette in the gun, time to throw. Looks left side, dumps it off short to Floyd in the flat. Floyd running in front of the Monarchs bench, picks up a few to the 46. We'll call it a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Citrus. Good coverage downfield for LA Valley. As all the receivers deep down the field were open. No choice but for Mayette but to go with the check down. 2nd down and 7. Citrus at the 46 of LA Valley trying to take a lead. They trail by 1 right now, 28-27, just about halfway through the third quarter. Floyd in the backfield, takes the handoff, cuts right side, follows a block from the tackle, head of the 45, close to the 40. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down. Looks like about a yard shy. Call it a gain of 6 as now they move it back a little bit to the 42, setting up 3rd and 2 for Citrus. Floyd had nearly 300 yards of total offense last week. He's approaching 200 rushing yards tonight, now sitting at 186. 7:18 to play, third quarter, 28-27 LA Valley. Citrus, 3rd and 2 at the LA Valley 42. Maybe 4-down territory here, but Citrus obviously would love to get all this at once. 7 men on the line of scrimmage defensively for LA Valley. It's a pitch on the option, left side to Floyd, and Floyd going to be hit for a loss behind the 45. A bunch of guys there, including Elijah Staten, big number 52, pumping his fists as he emerges from the ground. After the tackle, loss of 2, they'll spot it at the 44, and a decision time for Citrus. Looks like they've already made up their minds. They're going to punt this one away. You can make a case for either choice for Citrus. They've scored field goals on each of their last 2 possessions, so they have chipped away at the deficit. They've now scored 13 unanswered points. 14-point lead for the Monarchs has been trimmed to 1. But Citrus, feeling that their defense has played pretty well. Fake punt as Benitez takes the snap, throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Michael Sewell Jr. at the 40-yard line. On their side of the field, the fake punt does not pay off. As Benitez throws the interception to Sewell. And for Sewell, that is his 4th interception of the season, 17th as a team for LA Valley. Well, you were just waiting for them to get that interception. They had 3 more of them last week. Sewell had 1 of them. And he comes away with his 4th this season, ties in with Donzo Roddy for the team lead. Sewell already has a Division I offer from North Texas University, where former secondary player Eric Jenkins is now playing for LA Valley. Jenkins, a huge part of the secondary last season in Robert Tucker's first year. LA Valley, following the interception, takes over at their 41 with a 1-point lead, 28-27. They'll keep it on the ground on first down. It's a run to the left side to the 47, pickup of 6. And it'll be 2nd down and 4. Darian Albrecht with the carry. Albrecht had 105 yards in the first half, adding more to his total here. 2nd and 3, LA Valley running the no-huddle from their 47. Jorgensen takes the shotgun snap, bobbles it, and then has to fall on it on the ground. So Jorgensen recovers his own fumble, falling on it at the 42. 5-yard loss on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8. LA Valley staying with the no-huddle offense as they will face 3rd and 7 from their 43-yard line after the football is moved. Jorgensen in the gun, Albrecht in the backfield, fake the handoff, play action. Jorgensen looking over the middle. It's a strike to Chris Phillips at the 45. Phillips past the linebackers 30, in past the secondary inside the 20, and Chris Phillips all the way to the end zone, his 2nd touchdown of the night. First one was from just 3 yards, this one from 57. As Chris Phillips caught a deep pass downfield, made a couple of nice moves to take it into the end zone, and the LA offense has come back to life. They now lead 34-27. 4th touchdown pass of the night for Christian Jorgensen. 57 yards to Chris Phillips, his 3rd catch of the night. 2 of them going for touchdowns. Caro Regan the hold. Oliveras is the kicker. His extra point is up, and it is good. Add 1 more to the board. LA Valley comes away with 7 on the drive, set up by the Michael Sewell interception on the fake punt attempt from Citrus. And LA Valley goes downfield. 57-yard touchdown throw. Christian Jorgensen, his 4th of the night. To Chris Phillips, the tight end, his 2nd touchdown catch of the evening. And with 5:30 to play in the third quarter, LA Valley up by 8, 35-27. It's a presentation of LA Valley College football on sportsnetusa.net. Brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Don't forget that the holidays are right around the corner, and if you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, look no further than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and most of all, education. Congratulations to the LA Valley men's water polo team winning the Western state conference championship earlier today up in Queston near Santa Barbara. 4-time conference coach of the year Jim McMillan led his squad to an upset victory following a disappointing regular season. So congratulations to the water polo team. LA Valley kicking it from left to right. Citrus returns it out to the 20. It's pushing and shoving after the play. Have not seen a flag fly yet. LA Valley's going to have to keep their cool on the field. Robert Tucker and company just motioning the guys, just get off the field. We've had far too many of those stupid penalties tonight. 3 personal foul penalties, accounting for 45 yards against LA Valley. And fortunately, they didn't draw another one there. Could have potentially been taunting if that one escalated a little further than it went. So LA Valley breaks a 13-point unanswered streak for Citrus. LA Valley now leading 35-27, 5:25 to play in the third. Citrus will begin at their 19-yard line. Scratch at their 20-yard line. It's moved up a yard. Mayette out of the gun. Mayette has time, looking over the middle. Nothing there. Escapes to the right side. And then looking for Jacob Bystry. That one is incomplete. Low throw into the ground. Bystry went to a knee. Could not corral that one up against his frame. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's been a kind of a mixed bag for the Citrus offense tonight. At times they have looked unstoppable with Devin Floyd running circles around LA Valley. At times they've looked kind of out of sorts, throwing low passes into the ground. LA Valley bringing the pressure. 2nd and 10 from the 20. As Mayette has to get rid of it quickly, dumps it off to the flat right side. Catch is made at the 24 and a yard after the catch to the 25 before being pushed out of bounds is Sternquist, the receiver. 2nd reception of the night. That one good for 5 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 5. Citrus from their 25. Citrus 1-2 in league and conference play. 4-4 overall. LA Valley a perfect 8-0. Trying to run the table this season. Mayette out of the gun. Flags fly. And as the shotgun snap goes off, potentially a free play, and Mayette is thrown into the ground. Number 58 for LA Valley, Josh Jones, anchoring that defensive line out of Memphis, Tennessee. Credited with the sack. Question is, will it stand? Well, unfortunately, Josh Jones will not get credit for that sack. Carson Lyden jumped off sides. Freshman bounce back from, or sophomore bounce back, I should say, from Virginia Tech. Played his freshman season on the ACC on the East Coast. Now transferring back to the West Coast to LA Valley. 1st down for Citrus following the penalty. 1st and 10 at their 32, trailing by 8, 35-27. Mayette is in the gun. He's got 2 running backs to his left side. Floyd gets the handoff as he will take it straight up the gut, and he'll be stopped for a loss of 1 at the 31. A bunch of guys breaking in quickly for LA Valley. Elijah Staten was there, among others. Valley defense standing tall. One thing you have to give Robert Tucker, head coach of LA Valley, a lot of credit for. He makes better second half adjustments than any coach we have seen in this conference this season, and he appears to have figured out a way to stop Devin Floyd, who had 180 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half, has not done much of anything thus far in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 11 following the loss of 1. Citrus at their 31. Mayette out of the gun, under pressure, escapes it to the left side, looking for Bystry in front of the Monarchs bench. That one sails over his head, incomplete. And it will be 3rd down and a long 11 for the Citrus offense. Well, on paper, it would seem like an obvious passing situation. Mayette tonight has gone for over 200 yards. His favorite targets have been Manuel Lua and Henry Taran. See if he looks for either of those on 3rd and 11 from his 31. LA Valley with an 8-point lead, trying to get the ball back. They have 8 men on the line of scrimmage defensively. Shotgun snap to Mayette. Mayette being chased from behind, never saw the pressure coming, and he was thrown into the ground. Sack made by Taylor Manuel for LA Valley. That will get the defense off the field for LA Valley. They're going to get it back. Taylor Manuel, his 5th sack of the season for the LA Valley defense. And that's a big one. Loss of 5 on the play, 4th and 16, no choice but for Citrus to punt. You could sense LA Valley as they've done in every game this season. They've come out strong in the second half. They have overcome whatever mistakes they made in the first half. As Benitez just gets that punt away. Michael Sewell Jr., who had an interception last time he was on the field, very nearly blocked that punt. But Benito is able to get that one away. Directional kick to the left side goes out of bounds at the 48 of LA Valley. 27-yard punt, no return. And the Monarchs are going to have great field position just shy of midfield as they send the offense back out. 2:57 to play, third quarter, 35-27 LA Valley. They will begin at their own 48. Christian Jorgensen, 4 touchdown passes tonight. Freshman quarterback, bounce back from Washington State, will lead the offense, clapping his hands, waiting for the shotgun snap. He's got Albrecht in the backfield behind him. Albrecht gets the call. Albrecht straight up the gut, past the 50. Takes a cut towards the right side behind the guard, then gets to the 46. Nice gain of 6 on first down for Darian Albrecht. That was 118 rushing yards tonight. Had a 25-yard touchdown run in the first half. No huddle offense for LA Valley. 2nd and 4 from the 46 of Citrus. LA Valley with an 8-point lead. Shotgun snap to Jorgensen. Throws quickly to the left side. It's going to be close to the first down. Don't know if it's quite there. Jeremiah Lorick made the catch at the 45. He inched his way forward to about the 43, which is where he needed to get for the first down, although the official has not signaled. Now he does. First down. As they needed 4, they got about 4.5. As Jeremiah Lorick with another reception tonight. 7 catches, 66 yards. Jorgensen out of the gun under pressure. Dumps it off short in the flat right side where it is caught and run for a first down by Alex James. The backup tight end, 6'6" out of Oklahoma City. That is James's first catch of the season, giving Chris Phillips, the usual tight end, a little bit of rest. (35-27) LA Valley. First and 10 at the Citrus 26. Darian Albrecht in the backfield gets the call on first down, runs to the left side, tries to sweep around the tackle, slips out of 1 at the 25, then dives his way forward to the 20 in front of the Citrus bench. Nice run on first down for him. 6-yard pickup for Albrecht. It'll be second down and a short 4 for the LA Valley offense. Monarchs 8-0. Trying to bust this game open. Lead by 8 now. Trying to double up that lead, make it a 2-score game. 2nd and 4 from the Citrus 20-yard line. Minute 10 to play in the third quarter. It's Jorgensen in the gun. He's got Albrecht behind him. And he has Carson Leiden in the game as the fullback on the right side. Albrecht up the middle, gets a block from Leiden. And Albrecht inside the 15-yard line all the way down to the 11. That's a first down and more. 8 yards on the run. Defensive penalty against Citrus will be declined by LA Valley. They'll stick with the no huddle. Inside a minute to go, third quarter. LA Valley up 35-27. First and 10 from the 12-yard line. Jorgensen out of the gun, gives it to Albrecht again. Albrecht behind the right guard, finds an opening, and into the end zone he goes. His second touchdown run of the night. This one from 12 yards out. Darian Albrecht punches it in. And with 47 seconds to go in the third quarter, LA Valley makes it a 2-possession game. They lead 41-27. Well, it's one running back after another for LA Valley. Last week it was Trevor Laurent, over 100 yards and a touchdown. This week it was Albrecht's turn. 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. As the Monarchs will attempt to make it a 15-point game. Regan to hold the extra point. Oliveras' kick is up. It is good. 42-27 LA Valley. With the third quarter winding down. Monarchs, as they have done all season long, have come out strong in the second half, as they have enlarged a 1-point lead up to 15. 2 consecutive touchdowns for LA Valley, now appearing to be in full control in this contest. You're watching LA Valley football, brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim on SportsNetUSA.net. Citrus now trailing by 15. With 47 seconds to go in the third quarter, a long return would help them considerably. It is fielded by Williams at the 5-yard line. Williams cuts left, 15-20. And Williams driven into the ground. Taylor Manuel, who had a big sack the last time he was on the field defensively, comes in to make the tackle for LA Valley at the 21-yard line. About a 16, maybe a 17-yard return for Williams on that one. And Citrus left to start deep on their side, trying to crawl out of a 15-point deficit. Officials discussing something after the play. There's no flag on the field, at least not one visible from here. Well, I never saw the flag come out, but Abel Morales called for a low block during the return, half the distance to the goal. So Citrus, who was initially at their 21, will be somewhere between the 10 and 11-yard line. To keep it simple, we'll say 1st and 10 from the 10 for Citrus, now 90 yards away from the end zone. They trail by 15 with the third quarter. Less than a minute away from coming to a close. It's Mayette out of the gun. Floyd to his left side. 4 receivers split evenly each side of the field. Mayette pump fakes once, floats it deep down the left sideline, looking for Bystry, and incomplete. Cameron Knight stayed with him every step of the way along the sideline. And this is the secondary we're used to seeing from LA Valley. Gotten a look at it the last couple possessions. Michael Sewell Jr. comes away with his 4th interception. A couple drives ago. And Cameron Knight staying with the receiver every step of the way downfield. 2nd and 10 Citrus. From their 10-yard line, Mayette takes a shotgun snap. Under pressure, driven into the ground. That was very nearly a safety. LA Valley bringing the heat. That's going to be a sack, loss of about 8. Jeffrey Herrera, defensive lineman, got in there in a hurry out of Hawaii. All 305 pounds of him landed on top of the quarterback, Mayette. That's got to hurt. So Jeffrey Herrera with the sack. Taylor Manuel had one on the last possession. Loss of 5. 3rd and 15, Citrus at their 5-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, not get much of anything, just maybe trying to get a little bit of breathing room for the punter. That is how the third quarter will come to a close. A 5-yard run to the 10. 4th and 10 coming up for Citrus. On the other side of the break, at the end of 3, 42-27, LA Valley leading Citrus on sophomore night. Final home game, at least in the regular season for LA Valley this season. And right now they are in full control, leading 42-27. And Citrus will face a 4th down from their 10-yard line when we come back. Tonight's broadcast on SportsNetUSA.net brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Don't forget that all games brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. If you want great customer service, then you can have it at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim has a parts and service department that's open 7 days a week for your convenience. Miller Toyota of Anaheim, a proud supporter of community college sports, and most of all, proud supporter of education. Now, LA Valley coming to life in the second half. They led by just 4 points at the break. Citrus got a quick field goal to start the third quarter, making it 28-27. And then Citrus was very close to taking a lead. And then LA Valley got the football back with a defensive stand. They've scored 2 touchdowns since that point. Now with a 15-point advantage, they're about to get it back again. As Citrus will have to start the fourth quarter by punting it away. As they have 4th and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Carlos Benito's the punter, standing inside his end zone. LA Valley has had tremendous success in the special teams return game this season. 5 returns for touchdowns, 4 of them by Akil Crumpton, 3 of them as a punt returner. Had one last week against Antelope Valley on the road. He is standing at the 43-yard line. That was kicked high in the air. It's going to go to the opposite side of the field, bounce at the 40, initially bobbled before Crumpton able to pick it up at the 40, and he will be down quickly there at the 39. So not much of a return on that one. It was actually Justin Harris, the returner on that one, not Crumpton. So LA Valley, chance to stick the dagger into Citrus. And as we start the fourth quarter, LA Valley up 42-27. 12 seconds into the final quarter. LA Valley with 14 unanswered points. Following a short punt, we'll get it back at the 38-yard line of Citrus. Christian Jorgensen, freshman quarterback, leads the offense onto the field. 4 touchdown passes for him tonight. He will have Albrecht in the backfield. Albrecht takes the handoff, runs left side, 35, in between the hashes, 30, and brought down there. 8-yard run on first down for a triage of Citrus defenders come in to make the stop. Leading the way for Citrus was Henry Peggy, freshman coming in from the secondary out of Long Beach, 30 miles south of Los Angeles. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. LA Valley at the Citrus 30, trying to add to a 15-point lead just underway in the fourth quarter. Jorgensen out of the gun, Albrecht in the backfield again. They give it to Albrecht, has the first down, running behind the left tackle. Past the 30, down to the 26, 12 more yards for Albrecht. Albrecht now with 150 yards this evening, going to go along with his 2 rushing touchdowns. 1st and 10, LA Valley at the 26 of Citrus with a 15-point lead. Shotgun snap to Jorgensen, spins around, looks downfield, throws right side. It is complete to the 20-yard line. It's complete to the tight end, Alex James, 2nd reception of the night. Big 6'6" frame, hard to miss him on the field. So James getting an opportunity to show what he can do tonight. Chris Phillips already with 2 touchdowns, starting tight end, but James has made the most of his opportunities. 2 nice catches to move the offense downfield. That one good for 11 yards and a first down. Jorgensen out of the gun. 4 receiver set, pump fakes once, throws over the middle. Looking for James again, and James hit. As he tried to press that against his chest, Peggy came over to make the parting shot. The football fell to the ground, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10, LA Valley at the 15. So Jorgensen closing in on 300 yards. I've got him at 277 unofficially. Get the sense that if LA Valley can get into the offense, make it a 3-score game, this one's basically going to be done. Jorgensen out of the gun, 2nd and 10 from the Citrus 15, gives it away to Albrecht, who is standing behind him in the backfield. Albrecht follows the right guard and right tackle inside the 10 and close to the 5. I think they're going to mark him down at the 6, which will put him just short of the first down. Called a gain of 9 for Albrecht, who now has 159 yards tonight. Albrecht, just a monster game all around. There's an injured Citrus player on the field. His arms are covering up that jersey number. Can't tell you who it is, but we will as soon as he is up. Injury timeout on the field, 42-27 LA Valley, 13 minutes to play, and Monarchs threatening to score again inside the 10-yard line. Back after the injury timeout on SportsNetUSA.net. The injured player for Citrus was number 56, Tyreek Fatilia. I'm glad to see that he was able to walk off the field under his own power. 13-13 to play in this game. 42-27 LA Valley will have 3rd and 1 at the Citrus 6. Jorgensen out of the shotgun, hands it off Albrecht. Albrecht runs left side into the end zone, breaks out of 1 tackle, and goes untouched the rest of the way. 6-yard touchdown run for Darian Albrecht, his 3rd of the night. And LA Valley now up 3 scores, Darian Albrecht, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. Seems every week a different running back for LA Valley makes the case that they should be getting the carries every week, but no matter who head coach Robert Tucker, offensive coordinator Cody Hawkins call upon, they get the job done. And this time it has been Albrecht's turn, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. LA Valley now leading by 3 scores, 48-27. Extra point was no good, as Oliveras missed his first one tonight. 6 for 7 on the evening is Oliveras. So the lead stays at 21, 48-27. And Robert Tucker, walking along the sidelines, has to be happy with what he's seen. He has made the best adjustments of any coach we've seen in the second half this season. What did we say at halftime? We said after Devin Floyd ran for 180 yards against LA Valley in the first half, Robert Tucker was going to find a way to stop him. He's done exactly that. The Citrus offense has done nothing in the second half. They put up only 3 points. LA Valley, on the flip side, has put up 3 touchdowns as the offense has found ways to keep it going. And LA Valley now with a 3-score lead, 48-27 with 13 minutes to play. Looking like they're well on their way to a 9-0 start this season. We'll finish up the regular season next week at Santa Barbara. That'll be a day game, 1 o'clock. Oliveras' kick is off. It's to the far side of the field, fielded at the 10. And returned out to about the 33-34. Ball is on the ground. Abel Morales lost it as he went to the ground. I think they're going to say down by contact, though. It's on the far side of the field, so hard for us to tell exactly when that knee hit the ground versus when the ball came out. But looked like he was down before the fumble, at least to the naked eye. Officials agree. And Citrus will begin at their 31 following a 22-yard kickoff return. 12:56 to play. Citrus now trailing by 3 touchdowns, 48-27. Will begin at their own 31. Mayette out of the gun. He's got Floyd to his left side. 4 receivers on the field, 2 of them each side. LA Valley loading up on the defensive line. Mayette, time to throw. Unloads over the middle. It's Henry Talon. And the pass is complete to the 50-yard line. Tackle made a couple yards past that. A 22-yard catch off the arm of Mayette to Henry Taran. 98 yards on the evening for him on 5 catches. So Taran has had himself a nice night. Manuel Lua, the other favorite target for Mayette this evening. Mayette has started all 19 games at Citrus over his 2-year career. The fire science major, looking to go into something with fire prevention. 1st and 10 from the LA Valley 47. Mayette, after a couple of pump fakes, looking deep. And throws incomplete to Jacob Bystray. That one off of his chest. Couple of guys in the area. Donzel Roddy leading the charge defensively in the secondary for the Monarchs. Falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Citrus. So Citrus, barring a comeback tonight, would see their bowl game hopes come to a screeching halt. They're 4-4 on the season, 1-2 in conference play. They'll drop to 1-3 if the score holds. LA Valley, meanwhile, would improve to 9-0 overall, 4-0 within the conference, with the season finale coming up at Santa Barbara next week. 2nd and 10, Citrus from the LA Valley 47. Mayette out of the gun, under pressure. Gets away from one man, but cannot escape a second. He's brought down at the 46. Technically, it won't be a sack as he was ahead of the line of scrimmage. But still a tackle for just 1 yard on the play as Terrell Cloud, anchoring the defensive line, came over to make the tackle. Sophomore out of Palmdale High School. 2-year starter for this Monarchs defense. 3rd down and 9. Citrus at the 46 of LA Valley. Inside of 12 minutes to go, trailing by 21. Mayette waiting for the shotgun snap. Looking downfield, throws over the middle and over the head of the intended target, looking for Manuel Lua. And that throw was high. It is incomplete. And 4th and 9 coming up. So now what does Citrus do? They have 4th and 9, but they trail by 3 touchdowns with less than 12 minutes to play. I think at this point, I think you got to go for it. I don't know that you get the ball back 3 more times. You're on the LA Valley side of the field, and even though the offense has really struggled in the second half, putting up just 3 points in the second after 24 points in the first half. Limited opportunities the rest of the way. Citrus leaving the offense on the field. 4th and 9 from the LA Valley 46. LA Valley loading the defensive line. 8 men at the line of scrimmage. Mayette under pressure. Hit as he throws. Floats it downfield. Nearly intercepted. And actually better for LA Valley that they don't come away with it. Cameron Knight nearly came away with the interception. It was intended for Sternquist. But if Knight had intercepted that, it would have been around the 15-yard line. Instead, LA Valley will get it back close to midfield. So I know Knight wanted that interception for his stat sheet. It'll help with. Well, there was a flag on the field, that one going against LA Valley, and it's going to allow Citrus to keep the football. Official Mike was a little bit blurry there. Couldn't make out what the actual call was, but it went against LA Valley. And Citrus will have it 1st and 10 following the 15-yard penalty at the LA Valley 31. So the drive stays alive. Citrus down by 21. Mayette under pressure throws right side, and that one over the head of the intended target. Good coverage there by Anthony Aguado. Target for Mayette on that play was Todd Green, running back who we really haven't seen any of before that play tonight. So can Citrus take advantage of another LA Valley mistake? That's the 4th personal foul penalty against LA Valley. Cost him 60 yards, kept a couple drives alive. 48-27 LA Valley, 11:31 to play in the contest. 2nd and 10 Citrus from the LA Valley 31. It'll be Mayette in the gun. Floyd to his left side, 4-receiver set. Mayette time to throw, unloads over the middle, nearly intercepted Michael Sewell Jr. He had that one in his hands, bobbled it, and just couldn't secure it. Already has 1 interception to his credit tonight. That was his 4th of the season. Nearly came away with number 5 as he's got a little rivalry going with Donzel Roddy over who can come away with more on the season. Roddy came into tonight with the season lead for the Monarchs with 4. Michael Sewell just 1 behind at 3, but came away with 1 on a fake punt opportunity tonight, tied Roddy at 4. But couldn't come away with number 5 on that play. 3rd and 10 Citrus from the LA Valley 31, trailing 48-27. Mayette under pressure, slips out of 1 sack, cannot escape the second as Taylor Manuel comes over and knocks him into the ground. Another sack for Manuel tonight, his 2nd of the evening. 2nd of the half, as a matter of fact. That'll make it 4th and a long 15 for Citrus. Well, no choice but to leave the offense on the field. 4th and 15. Citrus at the 38 of LA Valley, under 11 minutes to go. They trail by 3 touchdowns. Floyd to the right side of Mayette. They're going to have to throw it downfield. 3 receivers stacked up on the left side, 1 on the right. Mayette takes the shotgun snap, looking over the middle, nothing there. Moves to the left side, tucks with the right arm and runs past the 30, numbers 25. And it's going to be close to the first down, wrapped up from behind, a shoestring tackle. And I don't know if he was able to reach forward for that first down before the knee hit the ground. He was not. Needed 15, got 14. And LA Valley with a 4th down stand there. Nearly allowed the first down, but able to make the tackle just before that first down marker. And LA Valley will take over, chance to kill some clock, if not score again. Already leading 48-27, 10.5 minutes to play. Christian Jorgensen, 4 touchdowns on the night, 277 yards, leads the offense onto the field. Signal caller will take a shotgun snap. Unsurprisingly, he will hand it off to Albrecht, who was eagerly waiting in the backfield. Runs it straight ahead to the 26. 3 more yards for Albrecht. It'll be 2nd and 7 for LA Valley. Well, the name of the game at this point for the Monarchs, just burn the clock as much as possible. 10 minutes to go, 3 touchdown lead. This game all in their control at this point. Albrecht standing behind Jorgensen again. They fake the handoff, and on a play action, throws right side. It is caught by the tight end, James. James in front of the Citrus bench. Gets the first down past the 38. And close to the, well, now they're going to mark him down at the 38. It's a 12-yard pickup by James on his 3rd reception of the night. As Jorgensen inching closer to 300 yards passing. 289 yards, 4 touchdowns, an interception for him this evening. Another solid performance. And James coming in relief of Chris Phillips, who caught 2 touchdown passes earlier tonight. Now has 3 catches, 37 yards. 1st and 10, LA Valley at their 38, leading 48-27, 9.5 minutes to play. Jorgensen Out of the gun, hits James again in the flat left side, and James with the catch around the line of scrimmage, diagonal line towards the Monarchs bench, and he is wrapped up after a gain of 2, only getting to the 40. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Tackle made by Ryan Savanas, linebacker for Citrus, who actually had a fumble recovery on the first defensive play of the game for Citrus, and a Akil Crumpton fumble. 2nd down and 9 at the 40-yard line. LA Valley, their side of the field. Handoff to Albrecht. Albrecht cuts to the right side, follows the tackle ahead of the 40, and he will be stopped at the 42. It's a gain of 3 for Darian Albrecht, who continues to ground and pound tonight. They're seeing Cody Hawkins running plays that are really safe, conservative plays, designed to be high percentage in terms of chewing up clock. So when they pass it, they're short passes. Wouldn't expect to see any long ones. Last thing you want to do is stop the clock if you're LA Valley. Up 3 touchdowns, 8:20 to play. LA Valley looking to go 9-0 on the season. Only thing standing in their way after tonight, contest at Santa Barbara, 1 o'clock next Saturday, up by the beach. Albrecht gets the call again on 3rd and 5. Albrecht is thrown into the ground, potentially a loss of a yard, but a flag comes out at the end of it. He was tackled around the shoulders, and if one of the Citrus defenders got his hands inside that jersey around the neck, that's going to be a horse collar tackle. And would be a 1st down for LA Valley, but let's wait to see what the officials say. Jared Brito called for a face mask. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down for LA Valley. Well, Citrus, with their backs against the wall, could not afford that kind of mistake as they give LA Valley a 1st down, chance to burn even more time off the game clock, which has just moved under 8 minutes to go. 48-27 LA Valley. Jorgensen staying in the shotgun. He's got Albrecht behind him. 171 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. Albrecht running right side. 45, numbers 40, sidelines 35. And Albrecht finally pushed out of bounds, but not before he picks up another 1st down for LA Valley. With the stop, Ryan Savanas. Flag is back, though, at the 43-yard line. Potentially a hold against LA Valley. Have to wait and see what this one is all about. So the flag has been picked up. And a sigh of relief for LA Valley as the 1st down run will stand. Another big run for Darian Albrecht, picking up a 1st down. Albrecht now 182 yards tonight to go along with those 3 touchdowns. He'll be in the backfield again, standing behind Jorgensen. Play action. Quick throw to the right side, caught by the tight end, James. James with a catch at the 30 in front of the Citrus bench. Gets maybe a yard or 2 after that out to the 27. 7 yards on the completion to James, who had not caught a pass this season coming into tonight, now with 5 catches for 44 yards in the second half this evening. James making the most of his opportunities to see if maybe he can't work his way into the lineup the rest of the season. Alex James, a 6'6" tight end out of Oklahoma City. LA Valley used to no-huddle offense most of the night, but now winding the game play clock down under 10 seconds each and every time. It's down to 3 on 2nd and 7 from the enemy 27. They snap it. There's a handoff to Albrecht, who has a 1st down and more along the right hash. Albrecht all the way down to the 15-yard line before he is tackled. 12 more yards for Darian Albrecht. He is getting closer and closer to 200, now with 194. LA Valley may get into the end zone one more time before the night is over. They'd love to put up that Fitty burger if they can. Jorgensen clapping his hands, waiting for the shotgun snap with Albrecht standing behind him. Play action. Jorgensen looking left side, heat from behind. He has to get rid of the football. Carson Leiden was downfield, the fullback. But he really wasn't open. Good coverage on the play by Ryan Savanas. And Jorgensen did the smart thing, just got rid of the football. I think LA Valley hates that. Well, they hate to see the clock stop. with 6:10, but with a 3-touchdown lead, I think obviously they'd rather that Jorgensen just throw that football away than risk an interception. But the clock is stopped, 6:10 to play, 48-27. LA Valley with the lead on their way to a 9-0 start on the year. Santa Barbara looming next week. That'll be a road contest, 1 o'clock Pacific time. Jorgensen in the gun, 2nd and 10 from the Citrus 15. Handoff to Albrecht. Albrecht up the middle, has an opening, cuts right side to the 5. And Darian Albrecht going to be close to the first down. Not sure if he has it. He's right around the 5-yard line, which is where he needs to be. Well, depend on the spot. They're going to say, nope, they're going to say 9.5 yards, not the 10 that he needed. But for Darian Albrecht, congratulations in order. That run puts him over 200 on the night. 203 yards and 3 touchdowns for Darian Albrecht, who was battling Christian Jorgensen for player of the game honors. Jorgensen just under 300 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes. Albrecht over 200 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns tonight. 3rd and about half a yard, LA Valley at the 6. Albrecht with the handoff straight up the gut, has the first down. He's close to the goal line and into the end zone for a touchdown. Darian Albrecht, his 4th touchdown of the evening, this one from 6 yards out. LA Valley goes over 50, hits 54-27 with 5:22 to play. So LA Valley looked very vulnerable near the end of the first half, early in the 3rd quarter, as the lead was cut to just 1 point. As Citrus got a field goal early in the 3rd quarter, 28-27 at that point, but 26 unanswered points on 4 touchdowns for LA Valley, now running away with this contest. Get a timeout on the field. And remind you during the break that all broadcasts on sportsnetusa.net are brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Don't forget that the holidays are right around the corner. If you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, look no further than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and most of all, education. "32 sophomores honored before the game tonight on this LA Valley squad. Every one of them was announced by Sports Information Director and Public Address Announcer Dale Beck. Got a handshake and a hug from their head coach, Robert Tucker. And a lot to celebrate tonight. So for LA Valley, it will not be Oliveras kicking the extra point. This time it will be Ivan Gonzalez, sophomore kicker out of Kennedy High School, native of Sylmar, California. Not too far from here, about 15-20 miles past us in the San Fernando Valley. Extra point is up, and that one no good, off to the right side. So the Monarchs have missed their last 2 extra points, and the score will stay at 54-27 with 5:22 to play. Out-of-town scoring update, Santa Barbara has defeated Pierce 51-10. What that means is that the game next week will mean something. Besides LA Valley trying to stay undefeated, Santa Barbara improves to 3-1 in conference, 7-2 overall. And that means that one next week is for all the marbles. The winner will take the conference championship. And LA Valley not only wanting to win the conference, but also wanting to have a perfect regular season 10-0, which would ensure them a bowl game. Hoping to host one for a 2nd straight year, LA Valley, for the first time since 1996, hosted a bowl game last season against San Bernardino Valley College, game they won handily. And ironically, the offensive coordinator for LA Valley last season, Jason Vandiver, wound up going to San Bernardino to become their head coach this year. Hasn't been nearly as good a season for them. Williams on the kickoff return for Citrus. Runs it left side out to about the 25. And that's where Citrus will begin. So Jason Vandiver trying to maintain the success at San Bernardino. Kind of an off year for them rebuilding, but the great offensive coordinator here at LA Valley, no doubt that he's gonna make that program very strong over in San Bernardino. 5:16 to play, 54-27 LA Valley. And Citrus getting it back with maybe one final shot. Offensively, Zachary Labar, backup quarterback, is in the game. Wearing number 2 for Citrus on the season. LeBar appearing in his 5th game. Has completed 10 out of 12 passes, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, has not thrown an interception. LeBar out of the shotgun will have Abel Morales in the backfield. Take the shotgun snap, throw over the middle. It's caught by Andre Long. First reception of the night for Long to the 34. It is an 8-yard gain for Long. That'll be 2nd down and 2. We got a timeout on the field for an injured Monarch. And he's covered up by the training staff, so can't let you know who that is right away. Robert Tucker, head coach for LA Valley, and the training staff, as well as a lot of players coming over to check on him. Hopefully he's all right. Let you know who it is in just a moment. 5:03 to play, 54-27 LA Valley. And congratulations to the men's water polo team for winning the Western State Conference Tournament earlier today up in Cuesta. Back-to-back conference championships under head coach Jim McMillan. He's taking a look at some of the out-of-town scores. Fullerton, whose broadcasts we have on sportsnetusa.net as well. 35-14 winner over Orange Coast. Fullerton improving to 8-1 on the season. Been top 5 in the rankings throughout the year. Ventura, another team in the top 10. 49-21 winner over Bakersfield. San Bernardino, where Jason Vandiver went, a former offensive coordinator for LA Valley, loses a narrow one to Victor Valley, 21-20. The Monarchs defeated Victor Valley earlier this season. And for some of the conference games, Allen Hancock, a winner earlier today, 38-17 over Antelope Valley up in the Santa Barbara area. So Allen Hancock on the season ups their mark to 2-2 in the conference, 4-5 overall. Antelope Valley falls to 5-4 on the season, 2-2 in conference. So at worst, the Monarchs can finish 2nd in the conference. That's if they fall to Santa Barbara next week. But if they beat Santa Barbara, they win the conference championship. They have a perfect regular season. And now we can see on the field that is number 33, Carson Lyden. He was banged up on the field. Obviously, we hope he's okay. He's been a huge contributor to the success for this Monarchs defense. He's 2nd on the team in tackles for losses this season, a bounce back from Virginia Tech. Seen his family at some of the games this season wearing number 33 shirts. He's being helped off the field by a couple of teammates. You can see number 21, Romeo Gunt, assisting him as he leaves the field. Hopefully Carson Lyden's all right, and we'll see him next week at Santa Barbara. Freddie Wortham giving him a pat in the back. Is now Lyden walking under his own power, so good to see that. And Santa Barbara, as we mentioned before, a 51-10 winner over L.A. Pierce. Boy, Pierce is just totally fallen on some hard times. L.A. Valley blew them out last season, and Pierce just 1-8 on the year. But the new facilities around campus here with the bond measure at L.A. Valley College has really changed the recruiting. The school is only about 10, 12 miles apart. And L.A. Valley clearly winning that battle right now thanks to the new facilities. Abel Morales on the 2nd and 3 carry has the first down running to the left side. He takes it to the 40. 7-yard pickup for Morales. And it'll be a first down for Citrus at the 40-yard line. Looking around at other sports for the Monarchs, athletics, basketball season starting soon. Men's head coach is Virgil Watson, and their first game of the season. Actually, it was Thursday. I guess I missed that. They were at the Ventura tournament this weekend, losing their first 2 games, but they'll be back in action Wednesday, a week from this coming Wednesday against Oxnard College. Will be the home opener at 6 p.m. Wednesday, November 16th. Check on women's basketball led by Monica Hang, who's been here for, I believe this is her 5th year, maybe her 6th. And they will not be in action until the 11th. So next Friday night, they're on the road at El Camino before the home opener November 18th in 2 weeks against Ventura. Coach Hang playing at Ventura, actually won a state championship during her playing days. One of these days she wants to beat Ventura, who's in the top 5 every year going to the state tournament, it seems like. So Citrus with the football, trailing 54-27, just under 4 minutes to play. 3rd and 9 for Citrus at their 41. The backup quarterback, LeBar, in the shotgun. Two receivers each side of the field. Morales in the backfield. Throw over the middle. It is behind the intended target. He was looking for Andre Long on that throw. Long with just one reception tonight. That'll bring up fourth down, and looks like the punting unit is going to come out for Citrus. So at this point, they're conceding the game. Citrus looked very good for a half. Actually, for about 32, 33 minutes of football. Field goal to start off the second quarter made it 28-27, but since then, all LA Valley. 26 unanswered points on 4 touchdowns. After that, LA Valley has run away with it. They've been a second-half team all season long. It's Robert Tucker doing his best work in the second half, making adjustments. Punt to the right side. Crumpton just going to let that one roll. It goes inside the 10, curling towards the out-of-bounds marker, and it will go out at the 5. So nice punt on that one, 54 yards, and no return for LA Valley. They'll start deep on their own territory. We'll see if maybe we get a look at Simon Whitehead, backup quarterback for the Monarchs. And it will be Simon Whitehead coming out onto the field. Whitehead started as the third-string quarterback this season out of Australia. Then with Kalawaya Judd out for the year after having his appendix removed. That earned a promotion for Whitehead into the backup quarterback position. Also has served as the backup punter this season. 1st and 10. He'll be out of the gun from their own 6-yard line. Throws over the middle. And it is caught at the 30-yard line for LA Valley. And going to run all the way for a touchdown appears Dimitri Atkinson. Nobody anywhere near him on the first play for these backup units offensively for LA Valley. A 94-yard touchdown throw from Simon Whitehead to Dimitri Atkinson. And LA Valley now with 60 points tonight, make it 60-27. Simon Whitehead, his 4th touchdown throw of the season. That one was a beauty. Wide open was Atkinson down the left sideline. Whitehead hit him, beat the blitz, and Atkinson took it the rest of the way, 94 yards to the house, no defender anywhere near him. A chance for the extra point to add one more for LA Valley. Ivan, the backup kicker's extra point is up, and it is good. 61-27 LA Valley. Well, that didn't take long. Simon Whitehead on the season he's been effective when he's been out there. Completion percentage not as high as he'd like it to be at just 52%, but he's thrown for 155 yards in part of 6 games, now 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. His yardage total now about 240. Simon Whitehead adds his name to the highlight reel. 5th touchdown pass between the two quarterbacks tonight. Jorgensen had 4 as the starter. Whitehead comes in, a 94-yard touchdown throw on his first offensive play tonight after serving as the team's backup punter this evening with Daniel Mendoza out. So Simon Whitehead, of his family's watching and listening back in Australia, hope you enjoyed what you just saw. Simon Whitehead figures to be back here next season. What he hopes is an increased role. Christian Jorgensen, it's looking more and more like he's going to get a good Division I offer. He'll be gone next year. We don't know how Kalawaya Judd's going to recover from that appendix surgery. Also had a shoulder issue before that. So you never know if Whitehead might be in the mix for that starting job next season. If he is, he's done a good job with the audition opportunities that he's had. 3.5 minutes to play. 61-27. LA Valley with the lead. 33 unanswered points for the Monarchs, as they are cruising to a 9-0 start this season. Oliveras' kick is deep. It's inside the 10-yard line. It is fielded by Morales. Morales cut to the left side, 20. On his feet at the 30, 35. Morales still going. Cuts back inside the numbers, 40. And finally driven into the ground at the 46. Gained nearly 40 yards on that return to Abel Morales. Citrus will have good field position as they'll send the backup unit offensively onto the field for a second possession. Officially a 39-yard return for Abel Morales. LeBar, backup quarterback on the field, will work out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from his 46. 3:17 to play, 61-27. LA Valley out in front. The shotgun snap, the handoff to Morales, run up the middle, has room ahead of the 50, and driven into the ground, a shoestring tackle at the 45. Tackle made from behind by Antonio Cervantes, freshman linebacker out of Palmdale. Part of this backup unit defensively for LA Valley. It's a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Citrus at the LA Valley 45. Shotgun snap to LeBar. LeBar looking left, then turns straight ahead, throws it over the middle, and a catch made for a 1st down at the 38. First reception of the evening for that was Carson Bassett, freshman receiver out of Vancouver, Washington. 2nd catch of the night for him. 1st down for Citrus at the 37 of LA Valley. It's a quick handoff and an even quicker tackle. Tackle for LA Valley made by Cervantes, standing at just 5'9", but good quickness, able to zero in on the running back very quickly. That was Williams, who's mostly been used as a kick returner tonight, but Williams getting what I think is his 1st carry of the evening. That one lost a yard. Citrus backed up to the 38 of LA Valley. Under 2 minutes to go. 61-27 Monarchs out in front. They'll fake the handoff. LeBar takes off with himself on the keeper. He runs between the hashes ahead of the 35 down to the 32. 6-yard pickup for him. Be 3rd down and about 5 for LeBar and the Citrus offense. So Citrus just trying to get into the end zone one time before the end of the game if they can. They looked very good in the first half offensively. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Trailed only 28-24 at intermission. Got a quick field goal to start off the 3rd quarter. Made it a 1-point game, but couldn't do anything since then. A handoff and another tackle for a loss by the LA Valley defense. Bunch of guys on top of that pile, but emerging as the leading tackler, Kobe Johnson. 6'7" freshman defensive lineman out of Birmingham High School nearby in the San Fernando Valley, teammate of Eric Flowers, team's leading tackler this season. Fourth down for Citrus. So they'll try to make one final offensive stand. 40 seconds to go. 4th and 9 Citrus at the 37 of LA Valley. Shotgun snap to LeBar, feeling the heat, hit as he throws, dumps it off short to Morales at the line of scrimmage, and Morales tackled for a gain of maybe a yard, and that is all. 27 seconds to go. LA Valley will get it back following a turnover on downs from Citrus. LA Valley just a kneel down away from a perfect 9-0 start to the year. So LA Valley has been solid offensively, defensively, and special teams this season. Another big night for this offense. Christian Jorgensen, 4 touchdown passes, just under 300 yards. I had him at 291 unofficially on the stat sheet. Got those 4 touchdowns to go against 1 interception. Simon Whitehead, the backup, comes in, throws a 94-yard touchdown throw to Dimitri Atkinson on his first offensive play of the night. Whitehead actually not going to kneel at this time. They're going to let him run the offense again. 1st and 10, shotgun snap. Handoff on 1st down. It's a run up the middle and stopped quickly. I don't think anybody's going to call a timeout here. And the carry was Edwin Alicia, his first carry of the night, sophomore out of Orlando. And that will do it. 61-27, the final score. LA Valley defeating Citrus, who drops to 4-5 on the season, 1-3 in American Pacific play. LA Valley a perfect 9-0 on the year and 4-0 in conference play. Big game next week, the biggest game of the season, as LA Valley will travel to Santa Barbara, 1 o'clock start, about 100 miles up the Pacific coast. And that one is for the American Pacific Conference Championship. 1 o'clock start next Saturday. Santa Barbara at 7-2 overall, 3-1 in the conference this season. But if they can beat the Monarchs, they would tie at 4-1 and have the tiebreaker due to the head-to-head matchup. LA Valley, obviously, with other ideas, they'll try to run it to a perfect 10-0 on the season. Joined now by our usual color commentator, and unfortunately tonight forced to be the cameraman, Ryan Osborn. So Ryan, 61-27 win for LA Valley, 9-0 on the season. Looked a little dicey early, but then the defense really settled in the second half, and that speaks to the ability of head coach Robert Tucker to make the best second half adjustments of any coach we have seen this season.
Well, I also want to give credit to the offense, because what the offense did well is Jorgensen found a lot of receivers in the flat. And so he would give those easy passes. It's an easy pass for the quarterback, an easy completion for whoever's receiving the ball, and they can just turn and run upfield. Citrus didn't have an answer for those flat passes all game long. They tried to bring someone up, cheat them a little, and then all of a sudden, what do you see from LA Valley? They would go for the deep throw. So all of a sudden, the Owls are out of position on that play. LA Valley, with those flat passes, kept the Owls off balance, and it allowed their offense to be able to march on.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I think the passing game was so successful, give credit to the running back, Darian Albrecht, tonight for LA Valley. Wound up with 209 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. They had to account for him all night long, and when you have a running back that's effective, makes it that much harder to stop the pass, because you only have 11 guys to stop so many playmakers, and LA Valley's loaded.
And we talked about it earlier. It's been a different guy every single time in the running game for LA Valley. Last week, it was a different guy. Week before, only 90 yards running, and that was the season low for LA Valley. However, you're starting to see 3 different guys step up to the plate for LA Valley, one of them being Riggins, the other Albrecht, and it allows Christian Jorgensen to be able to have that security, knowing if he can't get his throwing game going, at least he'll have the running game going with those 3 guys.
Well, Jorgensen obviously had the pressure taken off of him thanks to the success in the running game by Albrecht, but a good bounce-back game for Jorgensen after just 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions last week. He comes back, more than reverses those numbers tonight. 4 touchdown throws, 1 interception, and it's sounding more and more like we're probably going to lose him next season. Might be a one-and-done here at LA Valley College, but he has been tremendous in this passing game. So turning our attention to the defense for LA Valley, they give up 24 points in the first half, very vulnerable against the run, 180 yards for Devin Floyd rushing in the first half. In the second half, he did almost nothing, and that's because of the adjustments that LA Valley made. Robert Tucker has been, in my mind, he has been the best second half adjusting coach in the conference and all of California that we've seen in our 9 broadcasts this year. But what a turnaround defensively for the Monarchs in the second half.
And I want to start by taking a look at freshman linebacker Taylor Manuel. He was the guy for LA Valley. You talk about adjustments. They put him to the outside, put him in a linebacker position, because earlier in the game they started him off going as a down lineman. They bring him back to the linebacking position. He goes to the outside, is able to rush from the outside, gets a couple of sacks, 3 pressures on the quarterback, doesn't allow the Owls to have that time to settle down and be able to throw. He made it very uncomfortable, and Manuel is one of the guys that LA Valley can say, you stepped up and you allowed our defense to be able to get rolling once again.
3 sacks defensively for the Monarchs tonight, 2 of them from Taylor Manuel, 1 additional one from Jeffrey Herrera. They finished with 3 on the night. Michael Sewell Jr. gets his 4th interception of the night, that one actually on a fake punt attempt from Citrus, which did not work. Citrus was still in it at that point. It may have been still a 1-possession game at that time. I think it was 35-27 at the time of that. That one fails, and to me that was the major turning point of the game. Citrus had a chance to catch the Monarchs by surprise, get it downfield. They couldn't do it. Monarchs get the interception. They go for the touchdown, and they end up finishing the game with 33 unanswered points to wrap it up. So looking ahead to next week, LA Valley on the road against a very tough opponent, Santa Barbara, 7-2 on the season, 3-1 in conference. They trounced Pierce tonight, 51-10. And for LA Valley, can't lose sight of the prize. They have to finish strong next week against Santa Barbara. Conference championship on the line, as well as a top bowl game.
And when you speak of Santa Barbara, you have to look at how they played so far tonight. Santa Barbara against LA Pierce. Santa Barbara 51, LA Pierce 10. They took it to LA Pierce, something that, LA Valley did as well in the Victory Bell game, but you're seeing the Santa Barbara team go into the game on a roll, as well as LA Valley. Actually, you actually see more momentum to Santa Barbara as they have had consecutive wins as opposed to LA Valley, who struggled in the first half. They let up those 24 points. They looked a little shaky on defense, and the Owls were moving the ball at will. They need to be able to make those adjustments to go into the game next week against Santa Barbara, who's on a roll, 51-10.
Yeah, Santa Barbara standing at 7-2 on the season, 3-1 in conference play, and that's going to be, well, obviously a very tough game looking at some of their statistical leaders this season. Santa Barbara, high-powered offense, 42 points a game. They allow 28, so not quite the defense that LA Valley has boasted throughout the year, but a very strong offense. Run a few different quarterbacks, 3-quarterback system, Noah Holy, Joshua Lindeman, and Timothy Milliken. Those guys combining for a 58% completion rate, just under 200 yards a game passing this season. They've been efficient in terms of touchdowns and interceptions, 15 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions against, and three-headed rushing attack. Demetrius Vincent, Emmanuel Nuoso, and Cedric Cooper combining for about 1,500 yards between the three of them. So a lot of guys you have to count for defensively, but if I know Robert Tucker, I know he's up for the challenge.
And the key word that you just said, efficient. That's what LA Valley has to be next week against Santa Barbara, because Santa Barbara has proven so far this year that they love to take over whenever another team gives them turnovers. They love to turn that into points. If LA Valley can stay efficient on offense, quickly work down the field, and not allow themselves into unforced errors, they should be able to come away with the victory.
Yeah, Santa Barbara, despite giving up 28 points a game, does have a pretty good secondary. 4 interceptions this season, Dakota Shepard career, and 3 of them from David Blevins on the season. Santa Barbara with 13, not as many as LA Valley, who now boast 17 in 9 games. But Santa Barbara going to be a tough matchup. 1 o'clock next Saturday on the road against Santa Barbara, American Pacific Conference Championship on the line. Our final tonight, LA Valley 61, Citrus 27. Citrus falls to 4-5 on the season. 1-3 in conference. LA Valley a perfect 9-0 and 4-0 within conference play. Thank you to Miller Toyota of Anaheim for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Thanks to Sports Information Director Dale Beck for all his help throughout the week. Monarchs baseball coach Dave Mallas for joining us at halftime. For Ryan Osborn, I'm Aaron Rosenberg saying good night from Monarchs Stadium at LA Valley College. This has been a presentation of LA Valley College football on SportsNetUSA.net.